Welcome to the Samwell B12 Experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
You're watching Samwell B Experience.
No audio. How about now? Do we got audio now? Hopefully that's fixed up. Hopefully that's going on. Let's see. The mic was on. I turned it off and turned it back on. Hopefully we're good. Oh, there we go, boss man. Thank you very much. What's up, boss man? Welcome in. Thin Ice, what's going on? Road Warriors, hello there. Travis, what's going on? Scott, what's up? I love how all you guys are technicians. You're muted. There wasn't muted. There was something was wrong with the program. We unchecked it. We checked it. We're good, but I love it. Thank you all so much. What would I do without y'all? What would I do? Phil, what's up? Welcome in. Sweet. What's up? Welcome. Good to see you, Travis. Carson, how's it going? Troy, what's up? Welcome in, Billy, Daniel, Barry, Jess, Andrew, how's it going? Welcome in, Victoria. Jeanette, what's shaking? What is up? Good to have you all with me. Like I said, what would I do without you? I wouldn't be able to do it. Hello, everybody over on the TikTok, on the Twitch. Welcome wherever you are watching from. Thank you for tuning in. Ready, what's up? Welcome in. Puck drop is just a few minutes away, but we're here to bring you all the pre-game shenanigans, the lineups, the stats, what stories are we watching, how's it gonna be, do-do-do, Sam, don't sing. Don't ever do that. It's never the equipment. Phil, so true. I can't tell you how many times, Phil, it's that issue with the person between the chair and the keyboard. Joanna, what's going on? Welcome in, everyone. All right, smash that thumbs up as you're coming in. Let's get it going. First with, you know what? We're going to start with the Lightning. Why? Because I can. They're going with Gensel, Braden Point, and Nikita Kucherov. And let me tell you, I'm going to be ragging on Kucherov all night. I hope he's not going to put me to shame. I cannot stand him. He's a darn good hockey player, but drives me absolutely bonkers. Brendan Hagel is going to be with Anthony Cirelli and Nick Paul. Bjorkstrand, one of my favorite names in hockey, with Yanni Gord and Gage Gonclaves. Gergenson's going to be with Glenn Denning, and what they're doing is they're only going with two players on the fourth line. At least that's what it's projected, and they're going to go in with the extra D tonight. Victor Hedman with Moser, McDonough and Chernik, Lilleberg with Pribex, and Darren Radish going to be the extra D. And Andre Vasilevsky is going to be in there. He is a slimy one. My goodness, Vasilevsky is so good, it hurts. Beverly, how's it going? Onyx, what's going on? Bradley, hello there. Welcome in, everybody. And if you are coming in, come in, say hello. If you've never been in the chat before, I promise I won't bite. Come in, say hello. All right, for the Maple Leafs, we're going with Matty Nye. It's going to be with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. We're going to talk about Mitch Marner here in a little bit. Bobby Mack, Big Mac Attack with John Tavares and William Nylander. That line is just our pure nickname line. We got Big Mac, Bobby Mack, we got JT and Big Willie Style. How many times tonight are we actually going to use their real names? I might have to. Scotty Lawton's going to be with Max Domi and Callie Yarncroc. And then we got Lorenz with Holmberg and Nikki Robertson. Going to be the four lines for the Maple Leafs here tonight. On the D side, Morgan Riley going to be with Brandon Carlo. Ekman Larson with Chris Tanev and Benoit Myers going to play together tonight. And Anthony Stolar is going to be between the pipes for the Toronto Maple Leafs, trying to shut the door. Now, we know last night wasn't great, but Joseph Woll was outstanding. He was outstanding. He really pushed the test as far as he could go. Did you hear that? I did, Thin Ice. I did. You know, what a crazy, crazy theory, right? Everybody, all of a sudden, I don't know how it started. This sounds like something Biz would have said at first. Zachary, how's it going? That all of a sudden the Florida Panthers don't care about the rest of the season. They want to tank. They want to drop all the way down to the wild card spot so they can play the Maple Leafs in the first round. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm sure there are certain situations where teams lose. See, I knew it, Thin Ice. I knew it. There are certain situations where teams tank. They want that top draft pick, you know. But when it's coming to this, there's no way a team intentionally goes to lose to drop down from the top in your division to the wild card spot, hoping to play a certain team. What happens if all of a sudden they start losing so much they can't pick it up and they fall out of the playoffs? You know, too risky. I don't buy it. Biz, good try. You got everybody going. Don't think it's going to be. Marner made some nice saves. He certainly did. He got in there. He played well. And, you know, it just wasn't enough. Matthew, what's going on? Unfortunately, I didn't even get a chance to see the game last night. I caught a couple of the highlights later on, but we had a phenomenal night last night. JDA, what's going on? Theo Sam Eagle in the house. How's it going? Do you start the face paint? That's right. We're going to get the blue and the white under the eyes. No, we're not. Who is shocked? Need to fire head coach. Oh, Matthew, I didn't even know that. What's up, Bruce and Val? What's going on? Welcome in. Marion in there. Marion, Bruce and Val. How's it going? Welcome. Primus, what's up? Thomas, how's it going? Yeah, they're going to be hot tonight. All right, let's go and let's see how these guys compare. How do they line up? Then I'll tell you a little bit about last night. So far, this is the fourth matchup between these two teams this year. 4 times they're getting together and going to play. Can't wait for the Sens and Leafs in round 1. Oh, paid to play. Could you imagine if that's going to be the case? Chris, no word yet on McCabe. I have not heard anything at all. I don't think Wall was that great. Wall made some big saves. What? Oh, we got lots of comments going in. Hang on. Go Habs, go Claudio. What's up? John, how's it going? Leafs fan, go Leafs. Maverick, what's up? Go Bruins. Bruins, you know they're like last, right? Oh, go Bruins. I love the Bruins. But welcoming everybody on all platforms. So, as I was saying, they played each other. This is the 4th meeting. Toronto took the first one in October 5-2. Hey, they took the second one in November 5-3. Hey, they took the third one in January 5-3. 3 games, 3 times they've put up a 5 spot. Will Toronto put up a 5 spot again against Tampa Bay and sweep the season series? That would be absolutely epic if they could. Now, over the last 5 games, Matthews got 5 points, 3 of those being assists. Tavares has got 4 goals in his last 5 games, and John Tavares just always seems to find a way to score. Now, Tampa Bay, they've been on hyperspeed. They've been absolutely crazy putting up points. Nikita Kucherov, 10 points in his last 5 games, 8 of those being assists. Braden Point, 5 goals in his last 5 games. Now, in terms of the last 10 games, Toronto was 7-2-1, which is pretty darn good. Yes, they had that loss against Florida, They also had an overtime, a shootout loss against San Jose, and a loss against Nashville. Tampa Bay is 6-3-1. Their losses came to Buffalo, Ottawa, Vegas, and Utah. Now, Tampa, they are coming off a 1-game win where Toronto was coming off that 1-game loss. So they're going to look to try and turn this one around. Fragment what's going Tampa's rolling. They are looking real good. Tampa's looking real good. And I would be afraid. I would certainly be afraid whoever's going to end up playing Tampa, if it's Florida, if it's somebody else, it is frightening. And maybe that is more of the story, right? You talk about Florida trying to lose to play Toronto. Maybe Florida doesn't want to play Tampa, right? Maybe they don't want to go against Tampa. So the thought process is they can dip down far enough to get away from Tampa, they have better chances. But Florida right now struggling tremendously. Tampa Bay with a win tonight can propel them to tie them with Toronto for 98 points. So we'll see if that's going to come. Will we see a tie for that top spot here tonight? We're going to go over the standings a little bit and see what it's going to be. Battle for Florida is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to come right down to the wire, I think, with those two spots. Excuse me, pardon me. So I will ask for your forgiveness. Again, my throat is a little wonky, so we're going to make the best we can, but I'll try and mute whenever I have to cough, but I'll ask for your forgiveness. Are they in playoff mode? Not yet, Dennis. I don't think they are just yet. Peter, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, let's talk about mentioned Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner, with about 6 games left to go, he needs about 6 points to get to 100. He needs 6 points to get to 100. Will this be the first year that Mitch Marner gets 100 points? He's going to press. He's going to need to get in there, and I think he's going to do it. I think in the survey, in the poll, we said, is he going to get 2 or more points tonight? I don't know if he'll get 2 or more points tonight, but he is going to be on fire. I think Marner is going to get to that 100-point marker for sure. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slafkovsky. Man, they are all playing well, Daniel. They are playing well. Slafkovsky, you got to watch out for him, right? Slafkovsky is somebody, switching gears to talk about Montreal for a minute. Slafkovsky is somebody that we have kind of ripped on over the last year and a bit. He has not been what we expected to see, but he's been growing. He's been getting better and better, and Montreal's going to need him to perform if they want to have any chance in the playoffs. I think at this point, it's pretty much set. Ottawa, they've clinched. Montreal is getting close. They are 8 points up on the Rangers and the Red Wings with only a handful of games left to go. While it's still mathematically possible for Montreal to fall out of that spot, I think it's impossible the way they've been playing. They are playing the Ottawa Senators on Friday. That's going to be a huge game. But I think Montreal's going to get in there, and they're going to need those guys, Daniel. They're going to need those guys. Line A, of course, Newhook. Demidov as well, huge signing. Montreal's going to need everyone going full tilt to get in there. Claudio, what's going on? Welcome in. Hey, Tony. Hope the Leafs get by the first round. Yeah, it's going to be a big test. The Atlantic Division, one of the hardest in the league. So let's review it here real quick. Toronto went first at 98 points. Tampa at 96. Florida at 94. Okay, that's the top 3. In the Metropolitan, you have Washington at 107 points, Carolina at 96, and New Jersey at 89. You then have Ottawa at 90 points and Montreal at 87. They're in the 2 wildcard spots. The Rangers, Wings, Islanders, and Columbus all tied at 79 points, and I think they're all going to run out of steam. Not going to have a chance to get in there. Brandon, what's going on? Hayden, what's up? Welcome in to you both. Would like to sleep. Welcome in as well. Yeah, JDA, that sounds real good. But welcome in everybody again. As you are coming in, tap that thumbs up for us. If you're on the tubes, hit that like button, and we do appreciate it. All right, if we switch over, hey, Sasham, B. Disney, welcome. If we switch over to the West Coast, Winnipeg, top spot at 110 points in the Central. Dallas at 106, Colorado at 100. In the Pacific, Vegas at 103, LA at 97, Edmonton at 93, and they're just hanging on. The Blues at 93 points have the top wildcard spot. Minnesota with 91 points have that second spot. Calgary at 87, Vancouver at 85. Those two still with a chance to get in the wild card, but they're going to need to keep winning games. And, You know, if we talk about Vancouver, was that not the biggest comeback win against Dallas the other night? Holy smokes. They were down by like 3 or 4 goals with just a couple minutes left, and they shot the lights out, take it to overtime, and won. So huge for Vancouver. They won 6-5. That was absolutely massive. So big win there. All right, let's bring it back in here to tonight's game. How do these two teams match up on some of the auxiliary statistics? On the power play, neck in neck. Tampa Bay is 6th, Toronto is 5th, and they're actually percentage-wise tied 25.7%. On the penalty kill, though, Tampa Bay much better. 6th in the league at 81.5%. Toronto down at 16th spot, 78%. In the faceoffs, Toronto is 3rd, Tampa Bay 15th. Goals for, Toronto 8th, Tampa Bay 2nd. Goals against, Toronto 14th, Tampa Bay 3rd. So Tampa Bay, statistically speaking, is better in almost all categories. So these are things Toronto is going to need to watch out for and be very close. Down 3 with 109 left in the third. Sasha, that was amazing. That was absolutely epic. What a huge comeback it was, and it was so good to see. Love to see Canadian teams do that. It's our year. Oh, Katia, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I hope it's our year. I hope it's our year. But this is going to be a tough one. The playoffs are a whole different beast, and hallelujah, we actually don't have to go through the Boston Bruins this year. So that's already a benefit, already a big thing. And hold the phone. We have a record chase going on. We have a record chase. Breaking news. Wayne Gretzky is 1 goal behind Alex Ovechkin. Gretzky is chasing Ovechkin for the... What? Gretzky is not playing anymore? Get Gretzky a helmet and skates. He can take Ovechkin down for the most prolific goal scorer of all time. Oh, I'm just kidding, but holy smokes, wasn't that exciting on the weekend? Alexander Ovechkin taking down the Great Ones record, and boy, did Uncle Wayno look real ticked off about it too. He was saying all the right things, he was doing all the right things, but man, he did not look happy about it. And I gotta give credit, you know, Ovechkin is one of those guys where a little unorthodox, right? He likes to have fun. He's a goofy guy. I don't know if he's a great representation of the game of hockey, but hey, good for him. And about 12 more years, we'll be watching Austin Matthews chase down this record. Hey, Lisa Terry, welcome in. I am doing great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Welcome in, everyone. I hope the Leafs get the win tonight. Yeah, I hope they're going to win tonight too. But listen, Ovechkin, good on you. Congratulations. Like I said, Matthews at this point, through the same number of games, Matthews is actually ahead of Ovechkin's pace. So I think it was if for 12 more years, if Matthews can score at least 40 goals, he should be able to get it done. There was actually a great Instagram post they put out of all these different NHL players who are scoring a lot right now and what year it would be that they have a chance of catching Ovechkin. And then they had guys out there that were like young guys where it's they're in the league just a handful of years, and we're looking at times into the 30s and 40s and 50s. I'm like, my goodness, that's way too far to look. So way to go, Ovechkin. Congratulations. I respect you. I don't have to like you, but it's an amazing feat. Lizard, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the party, or the madhouse, depending on how you look at it. But welcome in, everybody. Matthews won't last 12 years. Yeah, you know what? Dirty Sailor, I don't know if his wrist can hold up that long. But listen, for him, 40 goals for Matthews seems like it's not going to be that challenging of a feat. If we were talking 60 a year, maybe so, but we'll see. I'd love to see someone get it. Draisaitl just going to be a little behind him. All right, they're getting set on the ice. We'll continue the conversation.
And now it's time for our ceremonial puck drop. As we celebrate
Here we go.
Neurodiversity Night, we're honored to be joined by a trailblazing advocate, author, and attorney who is
got a little ceremony going on here tonight.
Neurodiversity. Diagnosed with autism at a young age, she made history as the first openly autistic person to be admitted to the Florida bar. She's written several books, including The
Very
New
nice.
Rules of Autism, and she travels the world sharing her story to promote understanding, inclusion, and acceptance. Please
Devin.
welcome Haley Moss.
There you go. Good job. I like that they're doing a little ceremony here for the ceremonial first puck drop. Hey, Wayne, thank you. Glenn Denning and Austin Matthews coming to center ice. The pool we should have is how many more years till Matthews completely bald? That hair is running away faster than the Boston Bruins did from Brad Marchand. There it is, ceremonial puck drop. Glenn Denning and Matthews shaking hands. Jeff, what's going on? Dallas, what's up? Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we kindly ask that you join us and pause to remember Ray Shero, who passed away today at the age of 62. Ray was a respected and admired executive who served 13 seasons as an NHL general manager with the New Jersey Devils, and prior to that, the Pittsburgh Penguins, with whom he won a Stanley Cup in 2009. He also served as an assistant general manager with the Senators and the Predators, and was currently serving with the Minnesota Wild. The Lightning joined the National Hockey League and hockey fans everywhere in honoring the memory of Ray Shero with a moment of silence. Thank you.
Seems like more and more
now,
we're
on
losing people in the
Neurodiversity
hockey
Night,
world.
To honor our great neighbor to the north, please welcome Rebecca Oslowski as she performs the Canadian National Anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well, I appreciate the effort.
And we're honored to
Jack,
be
what's
joined
going
by
on?
our
Welcome.
retired
Yes, we
20-year
will.
decorated U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant. Who
Rick, how's
served
it
during
going?
the Gulf War providing aid to Kurdish refugees, accumulated over 3,000 flying hours, and was awarded the Humanitarian Service Medal. Today, she proudly serves as Director of Command Protocol at the U.S. Special Operations Command. Tampa Bay, please welcome and salute Bel Saraki. And now with the presentation of our nation's colors, please welcome the Newsom High School Junior ROTC Honor Guard. And now let's sing loud and proud with Rebecca Oslowski as she performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
All right. Good effort. Rick, yeah, it was, yikes. Well, hey, listen, she tried better than I could do, but that was not, yikes. Greg Millen as well. Greg Millen passing away as well. Very unfortunate, losing a lot of people in the hockey community as of late. Road Warrior, what's going on? Wayne, hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Tampa Bay. We're about to get ready to rock and roll. Anthony Stolarz was his 18-8-3 record. 226 goals against and a .922 save percentage. Picked up his second shutout the other night. Vasilevsky, 37-20-3 with a 214 and a .923. 6 shutouts for him. E for effort. There you go. There you go, Brandon. Exactly. Well, welcome to the party wherever you're watching from. Thank you for joining us. It's just about time to get this one going. Here we go. John Tavares in the second unit on for the Maple Leafs. They're going to win the opening draw. Bring this one back. Yeah, Quincy. Not good. TTV, what's going on? Welcome in. Craven, I hope so. Toronto going to bring this into the Tampa Bay zone. Wrapping it around. The Lightning going to pick it up. They're going to move this one ahead. Coming down the ice. Into the Leaf zone. Toronto going to break that one up. Trying to get things going here early on. Down in the corner is Ekman Larson. Going to bring this one up. Dropping it back to Tanev. Chris Tanev going to bring this one up. Down over the line. Rickster, what's going on? Good to see you. Toronto in their own zone. Little crisscross and passing up to Matthews. Misses that. Vasilevsky comes out. Going to cycle this one around behind the net. There we go. All the widgets starting to come up and populate now. This down in the corner. McCabe still out. No word on his return as of yet, Wayne. This pass across. Toronto up over the red line. Dumping it in. Matthew Nye slashing through. Trying to pick it up, but he cannot take it away from Eric Chernick. Going to move it ahead. Hagel going to pay it up. Toronto intercepts. Here's Marner in the slot. Scores! Mitch Marner, just like that. Biggity bam, son. There we go. We talk about Mitchie. We said, is he going to get 2 points tonight? Mitch Marner lights the lamp just like that. And I didn't say it earlier, but Mitch Marner is our player of the game, and we get to do it early. Uh-oh. There we go. What a shot. Mitch Marner, wake me up before you go. He was going from the gate, and he absolutely drove that one home. Wow. Thank you, Net, for the follow. Welcome in, and Mitchie Marner absolutely blasted home. All right, let's see how this one is going to continue to play. That was a nice little move and a great blast. Mitch Marner is 25th of the year. Matthews picking up the assist. That's how you get her done. Marner 25th from Matthews. Mitchie is 1 point closer to that 100-point total. Is still in that Tampa zone. A long shot gets knocked down in front. Holmberg trying to scoop that one up. This down around in the corner. Holmberg, a light little push. Going to come across to Perbix. He's going to play it back behind his net. Tampa Bay going to regroup. Here comes the third line here for the Maple Leafs. Domi in front. Here's a little pass across. York Stang going to bring it up. He's going to face a little bump. Toronto going to try to move it up to Nick Robertson. Didn't quite hit him. This is going to come the other side. Tip down in the corner. Tanev trying to get it. Comes out in the slot. Toronto going to knock it to the line. Tampa holds it in. Here's a long shot. That one goes just wide. Antonio, how's it going? Welcome in. Antoine, welcome in as well. Here's a long shot down in the slot, picked up by Tanev. Tanev going to play this one up, and the Leafs go off the boards. And here's a 2-on-1 Toronto. Domi coming in with the Big Mac. Over across. Oh, what a save by Vasilevsky. The Big Mac attack. Tried to go up and over the pad. Just couldn't put that one in. Holy smokes. Bobby Mack almost with a huge play there. Domi with a sweet pass. The lines are all jumbled up a little bit, so we're going to have to get an understanding of the third and fourth line. It looks like guys are spread around a little bit. Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. Here comes Tampa into the Toronto zone, over to Point. Point taking a look and a cycle around. Yeah, Rick, real good start. They must have had a little bit of a conversation after last night. Matthew Nyes up to Marner. Marner tips that one down in the corner. Mr. Wolf, how's it going? Welcome in. I appreciate that, buddy. Here they come again. Shooting. Nyes scores! Yeah. Are you kidding me? Vasilevsky has those pads all done up with the Vaseline because he's not stopping nothing. They're all sliding past him. Matthew Nyes putting this one home. Woo-hoo-hoo. Unbelievable. Matthew Nyes just pots another one. There you go. That's right, David. Woo! Woo! Marner's going to get another point here. Marner to Matthews. The save, the rebound comes to Nyes, and he puts that one home. And there it is. Did we said, is he going to get 2 points tonight? We believe he just did. What a play. What a start to this hockey game. And now a penalty being called. And it looks like JT is going to hit the box. So Nyes with his 27th of the year. Right now they just have it from Matthews. Marner should get the additional assist here because he tipped it in to Matthews. So we're going to see. Holy smokes. All right, JDA, I will check that. Henry, what's going on? Welcome in. So power play here for Tampa Bay. That's right. Don't count those pucks yet. Marner should get an assist on that goal. They haven't added it to the board yet. We'll keep an eye and we'll see if they do. Here's Tampa's shot. That's going just wide. What a hot start. He highlights, Mr. Wolf. I said thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Here's another blast by Hedman, and that one is going to come down around and out. That took it. Rick, I don't know. Sometimes these things just happen. This coming all the way out. Hedman back to pick it up. Toronto going to change up. 2-0 Maple Leafs. Talk about a hot start. Reddy's going for the Bolts. Hey, BC, what's going on? Welcome in. The Lightning in over the zone. Putting this down to the line to Hedman. Hedman up on the near side. Kucherov back to Hedman. There's a shot. That one gets blocked, steered to the corner on the far side now. Hedman looking for the puck back. They can't get it over to him. What's up, John Cena? You can't see me. Here's a blast. Hedman off the post. The ref says no goal. Thank you, John. I hope they do as well. Over to Kucherov. Kucherov coming in. He shoots. You know, Stolarz is sliding a little too much. Here's another blast. And the ref's waving that one off. Stolarz better be kissing those posts because 2 of them just got kept out. Huge blast, Justin. That was a rocket. Hedman back to pick it up. 40 seconds to go in the power play. 40 seconds to go. Tampa going to play this up to the red line, trying to dump it in. This coming around. Stolarz can't stop it. The Lightning, Nick Paul down low, trying to chip it around behind. Where is it? It's in the slot. They can't get it. Here's Tampa shooting. That one is blocked again by Tanev. And that's going to go up and out of play. Holy smoke. What a crazy, crazy, crazy start to this game. Austin, no, I'm good. I'm good. You can put one in, though, as long as it's appropriate. This was a huge blast. And my goodness, Tampa's shooting for everywhere. 2 crossbars off the draw. Hedman's shot was 96 miles an hour. That's an absolute rocket.
Cleared down the ice by Benoit. Here comes Brandon Hagel. All his goals at even strength this year. And Hagel's shot is up onto the screen just 5 seconds remaining.
Austin, I do not. Please delete that comment immediately. Thank you.
How good he was at the Four Nations face-off as well. A little fake there. And he hasn't scored a power play goal all season long. He has 3 shorties and 36 goals on the year. He's just been a real positive growth year for a guy that you kind of expected was going to take that next step. Who's going to be the next Tampa guy to fill in some shoes? Well, Hagel's been that guy this season.
The most goals ever scored by a player.
Sorry, Chad, give me 1 second here.
A power play goal. Amazing, eh? You'd think he's got some time. He just hasn't been the target.
And out of the box, Tavares. He might have a break. shot. Tavares is in. And stopped by Vasilevsky, who's made a couple of tough stops here in the early going. Just 6 minutes in as Point dashes back. Here's Point getting a return pass. Watched by Carlo around to Kucherov. He played that to the net, deflected by Gord, who scored his first goal back with the Lightning.
Jordan, do me a favor. Can you see if you can delete that comment, please?
Kucherov back in. Here's a pass across.
Or Dina, can you talk to see if you can delete this comment here?
Not sure I've ever seen anything like that.
What, in the first 6 minutes of the game? No question. Point blank shots, too.
And Anthony Stolarz telling us that's all he's given him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Lilleberg in, and that hit a leg and ricochets to the boards. Around to the far side. It'll be Hagel. Back to the line. That one knocked down in front, recovered by Cirelli. Here's Gonzalez. They had a chance, and Stolarz.
Yeah, Jordan, I did. If you can see to remove that, please.
Well, the posts have been the story at one end, but how about this save? You're down 2-0 early on. Tavares been sitting in the box for 2 minutes, gets his legs pumping, makes the play at the net, and there's a huge save for Vasilevsky. Cross seam pass, quick shot by Point off the post and out the other side.
This period brought to you by Scotiabank. Enter for a chance to win a trip for 4 to the Stanley Cup Final.
Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Bear with us. Hey, Spaceman, what's up? With that. All right, thanks, JDA. Appreciate it. All right, sorry, everybody. No, no worries. Different platform. All right, welcome in. Let's see here. All right. Thank you. Thank you, people. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Holy smokes. All right. Spaceman, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Alan, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. All right. I got to get things back on track here. Coming back from commercial break. Sorry about that. As you're coming in, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate it.
And it's Matthew Nyes capitalizing. Now, none of these
but a good couple of plays here. Let's see. They did give Marner his assist. So as we expected, they did add Marner. So Marner, 2 points tonight. That's the answer to our poll. So we're going to have to come up with a new poll.
And was hooked in one of those games early on.
So he did get his 2 points. Wayne, what's going on? Yeah, a bunch of posts here early.
Just under 30 minutes there.
This coming around, played up. Here comes Lawton. Lawton feeding this through to Holmberg. Oh, he puts it just wide. Kareem, what's going on? Welcome in. Excellent play. Excellent play. This coming through and down. Here comes Tampa Bay. Long shot, bringing this one in. Down around in the corner. Tampa keeping this one in. Toronto going to steal. Pass up for Holmberg. This is going to come out and all the way down the ice.
Called against Toronto.
Download the Bet365 app and see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365.
So, Chris, with a little line juggling, you got a different look. Fourth line, Lawton playing with Lorentz and Holmberg, and there's Holmberg in all alone.
No, I closed the
How many times have you seen a white sweater in
page.
by himself?
Sorry, I think I can
odd man rushes and turnovers
have ways of pulling it up.
This couldn't be a better start.
Holy smokes. All right, let's go. Back at it.
Lightning had surrendered only 11 goals.
12:40 to go. Matthews will obviously score. That's what he does. Yes, it is. BC, we're going old school. Number 18, Alan McCauley. Little Alan McCauley here on the jersey, which is absolutely wicked and wild. Here's a flip. This coming down the ice. Tampa back with it. Tampa going to play this one up.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been earlier than that, but you can see the impact it has. Gets everybody's legs going here.
This coming all the way down. Stolen here by Nyes. Nyes going to flip this ahead. Trying to bring this one through. Here's a long pass up to Kucherov. Kucherov in over the line. Stopping at the bottom of the circle. Shooting. Nice save. It's in the feet right there in front. Nobody can see it. Stolarz is down. Kicks out the left leg. It back out in the slot. Stolen by Toronto. Matthews going to play this off the boards and out of the danger zone. Raymond, how's it going? Dan, what's going on? Oh, you didn't miss anything? Just a couple of goals. Here comes Point. Point driving in. Nice defensive play. Kicking this one over to the corner. This coming back around. And here's Nylander breaking. He's going to try and turn the corner. Nylander has to circle around. Willie taking a look, going cross ice. Here's a shot held by Vasilevsky. Holy smokes. Good effort there. Real good effort there. Nylander just busting in. Absolutely love what I'm seeing from William Nylander. I mean, just solid. Really solid hockey. All right, let's see what's going on here.
And work the puck around you. And that little deception for a second was a difficult stop for Stolarz and tried to find the rebound.
Stolarz playing well. Vasilevsky still trying to get in here and play well. Off the draw, here's another shot from the point. That one is going to be knocked down. Down around at the side. Behind the net, Toronto trying to work this one through, trying to bring it across. Here comes Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay right back in. And that's going to be stopped. Here, come here. One moment, please.
Tasty's fun shareable
Oh,
appetite.
another little pause for the cause. This coming around at the side. Here comes Tampa. Tampa right back. Driving in. Here's a shot. Back to the line. Here's a blast. Stolen by Toronto. Toronto racing out. It's Domi with speed. Cutting it with the backhand. And that one's going to go up and over the shoulder. Good play there. Here comes back the other way. Chafee. He has it taken away by Nick Robertson with a nice defensive play. This coming back through Toronto. Going to slow it down. Here's McMahon, a little flip pass, so McMahon now going to go off and change.
Back to Victor Hedman. Just passed Gloria Solving on the all-time defense scoring list in the last week.
This is going to be picked up. Dumped down in the corner. Tanev coming through.
Swedish defenseman all-time in points.
And a long pass.
Only Nick Lidstrom and Erik Karlsson with more.
Tampa Bay going to move it out of their zone. Here come the Lightning. Lightning on the move. Chipping this one out. Thank you, Brandon, hitting that follow. Appreciate it. In the corner. Long pass up and all the way down the ice.
Cernak back in his own zone past 10 minutes of this opening period.
Backing it up. And here's a reminder for everybody watching. I highly recommend, especially for the young people watching, you do not post any personal information in the chat. This coming around in the corner. Back around. Out in front. Here comes Toronto. Nope, they're going to play it back. Dangerous play in front of their own net. Nice little chip out. Marner to Matthews. Matthews coming in. He's got space. He shoots going for the top corner, and that one is knocked down. Going to bring this one across. Here comes Marner back in. Marner going to drop this one off. Here's a shot by Nyes right on. And a nice save there. Holy smokes. A couple of great opportunities here for Toronto. Flying in. And now, this is getting crazy. Sean, what's going on? Welcome in. They're going to go to commercial break. We're going to take a pause for the cause. But welcome in, everybody. Good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Make sure to keep smashing that thumbs up. Keep tapping that screen. If you're watching on the talk, we appreciate you all so very, very much. Holy, what a hot start to this game. 2-0 Maple Leafs. 2-0 on goals by Mitch Marner and Matthew Nyes. Marner with his 25th. Nyes from his 27th. Marner picking up 2 points tonight. Marner getting closer and closer to that 100-point marker, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. 96 points. He is 4 points away. 4 points away. We will see what is it going to come down to. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is going to be. Holy smokes. I love it. Absolutely love this hockey game. Wow. This is so good. When Toronto plays like this, it absolutely gets me going. Why can't they play like this all the time? Makes no sense. Ed, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Good to see you here. Good to see a lot of familiar faces, some new faces as well. So thanks, everybody, for checking us out. Oh, man. Oh, man. Blue Jays 1-1 with the Red Sox. And how about them Jays, eh? They've turned it around, too. No, Justin, I missed that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was wild. Quite an accomplishment. Quite an accomplishment for sure. B-Man! What's up, dude? I've missed ya. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Young whippersnappers. Good to see you, B-Man. Welcome back to the crazy. All right, Bueller. All right, coming back from commercial break. Let's go. Toronto with a draw here in the Tampa Bay zone, trying to pick this one up. Keep it going. Keep on pushing. 5 shots for the Lightning, 8 shots for Toronto. Toronto ready to grip it and rip it. Can they put in a third before this period is over? Tavares loses the draw. Radish going to play this one up. Patoli, what's going on? It is a good game so far. Here come the Lightning right into the breadbasket. Solar is going to hang on. 8:40 to go. 8:40 to go. Holy smokes. I like the belly slide he did it. Yeah, the belly slide was nice. My friend knows this guy whose sister's software. Really? Oh my gosh, Dallas. That's wild. Jansen, what's going on? It is 2-0 Leafs. 2-0 Leafs. Oh, B-Man, thanks, buddy. Coming in with that super chat. Stick taps for B-Man. This is going to be flipped down in the corner. Toronto in here after it. Trying to fish this one through. Tampa doing a nice job defensively. They're going to move this one forward. My whole other chat just disappeared. That's wild. There it is. Stick taps for B-Man. I was at the OV game. Wow, John, that's crazy. I hope you enjoyed it. Meadows, what's going on? Here's Nick Robertson trying to chase down Point. Point going to play this one across. Under 8 minutes to go in the first. Down in the corner. Riley going to pick it up. Going to send this one around. Nicky Robertson trying to flip it across. He has it knocked down. That's right, Alexander. You can do it. Back to the line. Cycling it through. Leafs trying to scramble a little bit. Tampa, some nice passing. Here's a shot. And that one's going to be deflected over to the corner. Robertson going to pick it up. He's looking ahead up to McMahon. McMahon tried to move it through. Couldn't control that completely. This coming back the other way. What?
Off the skate to Carlo. McMahon trying
Believe
to
what?
clear it, unable to get it out. Bjorkstrand will dump it in behind the nets. Carlo jostled there. Robertson in to help.
It's
out.
gone.
Played back to the line. Lilleberg and Herbeck sent it across. And JP unable to get a stick on that.
Yeah, it's gone.
Now Benoit in the corner battling there. It comes loose for Paul. Got Benoit.
Sorry about that, folks.
Carlo.
This in the corner.
You've got Paul
Point putting it, or Paul putting it in front. Shot right on. That one's going to be kicked aside.
Emil Lilleberg.
Trying to come through this, flipped up. Toronto can't get it out. Tampa keeping it in. Here's a shot, knocked down. Another shot. That one goes just wide. This picked up in the side.
Lightning lineup to give them
Stolen away, and a little flip pass. This coming all the way down the ice.
Build off and see who comes up next here for the Lightning when that line gets that pressure on. And
oh, thank you.
way back into a hockey game.
Dallas, can you put a comment in for me? And I will. I think you already are. This around in the corner. Trying to come through Tampa. 6 minutes to go in here. It's going to be the Stars of the Jets. Ooh, Edward, that's tough. Here's a blast. I've slept on the Stars for so long, I have to go back with the Stars. Over 4 minutes of offensive zone pressure from Tampa Bay. Only a minute and a half for Toronto. Here's Holmberg coming in. Holmberg driving towards the net, and he doesn't miss by much. Holy smokes. Dallas, it doesn't look like I can. I think you already are.
Just a great job of fighting for that open ice there.
Yeah, it says you already are. So you should be good. This coming around in the corner, in the neutral zone. Sorry, not in the corner. Here comes Tampa Bay over the line. Quick shot. That one gets blocked by Tanev. Tanev coming around. Richard, what's going on, my friend? No, never have to apologize for coming in late. Just happy to have you here. Marner almost broke that one free, and Tampa Bay stole it right back. Here come the Lightning. Into the Toronto zone. Tanev picks this one up. Tanev going to flip it around. Bud sprouting in springtime. There you go, B-Man. Seems like the Florida Panthers took their allergy medicine yesterday. They were able to defeat the Buds, but they are growing all over Tampa Bay here tonight. April showers bring out the Leafs. Here comes Nye. Going to flip this one down in the corner. He's going to continue to chase it on. Chernik in there. Marner takes it. Marner back to the line. Toronto just holding it in. Going to flip this one down in the corner. Toronto, good job here. Tavares, his shot gets blocked. Comes to the line, held in. Benoit passing this one up to Marner. It's in the corner. Marner pressing up on his man. Bucks, what's going on? Hey, Irises, welcome in. Here comes another shot. Willie this time. That one's going to be steered to the corner. This is going to be cleared up. Playoffs, hang on. Playoffs just around the corner. Toronto still coming in pressing. They are really rocking through. Down in the corner, Tampa Bay. Why do I keep saying that? Here's a shot. Stolar's got a piece as Kucherov ripped it. The Leafs are all pointing up like it hit the mesh. Finally, it's going to be blown down. And we're going to get some stoppage here. Holy smokes. April snow, ice storms, and freezing rain. Yeah, the weather's been so unpredictable. It's been crazy. They're going to go for another commercial break. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the party. Thank you for being here. Holy smokes. What a hot start by the Maple Leafs. 2-0. 2-0 on goals by the top line. Mitch Marner, his 25th from Matthews. And then Matthew Nice is 27th from Matthews and Marner. This is how they need to play if they want to keep playing to win. Now, by the way, if Tampa Bay was to win in the regulation, they would have taken over first place in the Atlantic Division. The last time Tampa Bay was in first place in the division was March 6th of 2022. But right now, this Leaf team is not giving up anything. Leafs engine is excellent. Just need they are looking so good, Rick. So good right now. Endgame, what's going on? Welcome in. Talk about B-Man. Talk about Endgame. I just finished Jedi Survivor the other day. Oh, some big twists in that one. Endgame just made me think of that. That was awesome. The other thing, the Maple Leafs can sweep the season series with a win tonight. The only other time, the Maple Leafs can sweep the season series against the Lightning for the 6th time in franchise history. The other times were 88 or 98, 99, 01, 02, 02, 03, 06, 07, and 11, 12. So they're doing an awesome job. Travis, my TV broke. Oh no. They're up 2-0, Travis, and they're playing phenomenal hockey right now. Phenomenal hockey. They are looking real, real good. Marner recorded his 202nd career multi-point game and passes Dave Keon for the 4th most in franchise history behind Sundin, Sittler, and Matthews. And Marner and Matthews recorded their 101st and 99th career multi-point period which is awesome. The pair rank 3rd and 4th in Maple Leafs history behind Sittler and Sundin. So they're continuing to climb up the Maple Leafs leaderboard in terms of excellent things done.
Interesting to see how tight the chances are.
This off the draw, going to be flipped up, playing down to the line. This just held in, coming around Tampa, sending it right back in the corner. They are chasing this one down. Big hit behind the net. Tanev goes down. He forgot his stick. Going to go pick it up, and puck goes right past him. Lorenz stepping up on his man. Lightning get it to the point. This shot is going to be kept in the corner. Toronto trying the other way. Ekman Larson can't get it out. Toronto still scrambling in their own zone. Regrouping. Here comes Lorenz up the middle. He gets it over the line. Paul was able to break that one up. They're going to play this back in. Bender flex. Yes, indeed. Oh, that year. Oh, that year. Here comes Robertson over the line. Robertson cutting through. Here's a long shot. Going to be grabbed and held on to. 3:03 to go in this first period. It's been the Maple Leafs dominant. They looking real, real good. And absolutely love it. Love to see the team playing like this. So many people after yesterday's game. Well, I'll save it. I'm going to save it for the intermission. We'll save it for the intermission. We'll break it all down. But welcome. And if this is your first time here watching with us, thank you for checking us out. Come in the chat. Say hello, and we'd love to get to know you. Way better than last night, that's for sure. Off the draw, Lightning get it to Hedman. Hedman behind his own net, going to play this one up far side. It's tipped down the ice. And is this going to be an icing call? Nope, it's no icing. Spinning around is Philip Myers. He's being chased around behind the net. No safety zone there. Going to play it up, and Toronto getting it out and down the ice. And Vasilevsky has to come out and play it away from Nick Robertson. McMahon coming in here as well. A little banging and crashing. Long pass. Stolen by Matthews. Matthews in over the line. Playing it behind his back. He's going to curl up to the blue line. Going to play this one deep, but it doesn't get overly deep. Stefan, what's going on? Welcome in. This down in the corner. Here's Matthews up to Nyes. Nyes going to work this one through. In the corner. Nyes playing it around, centering it in front. Back to Ekman Larson trying to put it through. Holy smokes. What's up, cousin Dougie? Dougie. Tell him we say hello back. Here's Marner in front. Can't get a stick on it. Marner to Matthews. To the point. Across to Ekman Larson. He sends it through in front. It's blocked. He swipes at it. Can't get it down deep. Tampa's going to throw this out. It's a race. Tanev trying to get back. But Glenn Caves is there quicker. Glenn Caves in the corner. He has it. Tanev trying to dig this puck free. Ekman Larson is there as well. Trying to bring this one through. Comes to Marner. He uses the glass. Going to bring this off. Oh, Tavares taking a little bump there. Wasn't expecting that one. Got caught looking at the puck. Here comes Cirelli bringing it in. Toronto going to intercept. Riley putting this one across far side. And Brendan Carlo going to flip this one down the ice. Putting this one around. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Long pass all the way up. Hagel can't get into the Lightning zone. Now he does. Here comes Cirelli. Here's a shot that hits the skate. It's blocked. Paul, what's going on? Welcome in. They score. Tampa puts it in. Dan, let's cut that out, all right? Thank you. Tampa Bay finding a hole, just throwing this one in with just over a minute left to go. The Lightning find a way to put this one in after they struggled to get into the zone. It was just a little bit of a shot. It was blocked. And it comes back to the point, and I don't even think Stolarz saw this. So there's no way Stolarz would have saw this the whole way through. Perbix with a nice shot. 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies right in front. Hagel and Carlo directly in the grill of Stolarz. So no chance for him through the screen. And Tampa Bay is able to get one back. But a nice job. Got to give credit to where credit is due. Brendan Hagel takes it to the net, setting that screen, and Perbix is going to pick up his 6th of the year. Excellent job. Excellent job. Leo, what's going on? Welcome in. Let's get it back. That's right. Less than a minute to go. Lorenz trying to flip this one down in the corner. They're driving in, trying to grab this. Long pass across. Benoit He can't get it out. They're holding this one in. Nice job there. We'll have to wait and see who the assists get registered to. And will this goal change? Did it end up being deflected in front as well? Things we're going to have to watch for. This coming back around.
2 to go in the period. The Lightning get their first goal. Domi knocked down. McMahon looking for it. And up with it, McDonough head to point. See if he's got time.
This is going to be flipped up all the way down the ice.
Off the inboards, and they'll keep it there as the horn sounds.
And that's going to do it. Intermission time coming up. Amo, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. It's intermission time. The Leafs going to take a 2-1 lead into the intermission. Hang on one second. All right. I'm going to give this message to the little brats that are coming in and trolling on TikTok. If you continue to do that and put in the messages you're doing, we're reaching out to your parents now because we know who you are. And if you do not stop, the police are going to come to your door and you will be charged and we will sue you. So this is a little bit of illegal advice. Stop doing that now because we know who you are. And you are about to be in serious trouble with the law. Your parents are about to be notified right now. So stop or face the consequences. All right, let's go to the intermission and have some fun. Huge game here by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Huge game here by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Huge hot start. Huge hot start. And it is absolutely incredible what they are doing. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, no worries for the folks watching on the other platforms. It's a couple of punks over on TikTok who think they're being funny and they're about to get in serious trouble. So, hey, Numi, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. We know who those kids are. And it's not that it's a toxic environment. These are just a couple of kids who think they're being funny. We know who they are. We know who their parents are. And their parents are about to be notified. And if they do not stop, they will be in serious trouble for what they are doing. All right, but we're not going to give them any more time than we are. They've been warned. Their parents are now being contacted. And if this continues, we're going to send the police to their house. So let's go. Here we are. Here we are. 10 shots for Toronto, 8 shots to the Tampa Bay Lightning. 10 hits for Toronto, 8 hits for the Tampa Bay Lightning. 8 faceoffs, 1-7. Offside, what's going on? Welcome in. Cheers. Welcome to the party. 0 for 1, Tampa Bay on the power play. Wasn't able to get anything done. 6-6, the giveaway is a little higher than what we'd like to see. And yeah, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, Dallas, that's an instant ban when you get punks like that. Or all the mods, I should just say, not just Dallas, but to all the mods. You see anything like that, that's an instant ban for these people. Yes, Numi, we did. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. 15 block shots for Toronto. 15 block shots. That is absolutely incredible. 15 block shots. I mean, that is protecting your net. Unfortunately, though, when things get so clogged up like this, things happen and you end up screening your goaltender and things go in. So it is pretty wild when things like this happen. Three goals in this period Marner, his 25th from Matthews. Matthew Nyes, his 27th from Matthews and Marner. And then Perbix for Tampa Bay, Sorelli and Hagel. No, Rick, listen, it's not what this chat is all about. And it's just, when these things happen, we get rid of it. But this has been a phenomenal start here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, what was that? Did you drop something? Yeah. Oh, unbelievable start, hot start. They were coming out. They were absolutely flying. Question: do you want Mitch Marner to re-sign in Toronto? That's a great question. And Grey Dawn, I think that is a very timely question. Me personally, I'd love to see Marner stay in here. I would. I'm seeing a lot more out of him lately. He's going in the corners. He's bumping guys. He's great puck work, great skate work. They showed some clips earlier where I was watching. He's making great moves where he's kind of reading the plays, right? He's seeing where things are coming. He's putting his hips and his feet in good positions. My problem with Marner is I don't want to see them sign him for 13 or 14 million. That's my problem with Marner. Would I give him 12 million? I would suck it up and say, with the cap going up over the next couple of years, I probably would. If he goes to free agency, he will probably get 13 or 14. But if you're Marner, you have to ask yourself the question: do I want to go to a Chicago, a San Jose, a somewhere else, and have to start over and go through a rebuild to try to get back in the playoffs, let alone win? Or do I want to re-sign in Toronto, even if it's like a 5-year deal instead of 8? Do I want to stay with the team that I grew up watching, the team that I love, and try and bring their first Stanley Cup back to the city? So, yes, Marner and his agent are all about the money, right? It's all about the money. How much can we get? How much is he worth? But when you're talking 12 million or 14 million, is 2 million, or even if 3 million, if they only say we're only going to give you 11, is $2 or $3 million worth leaving a great opportunity where you have a chance to win every year to go and rebuild? Sure. And I'm picking on Chicago or San Jose because of Bedard and Salbrini and Smith. Do they want to go to one of these teams, play with some great young talent, and see what he can do? Is that worth leaving? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Yeah, and agents do influence for sure. We saw, when he held out, when Nylander held out, that is not under the player's decision. That's the agent saying, you can get more, trust me. Nylander's agent has a history of having guys hold out to get bigger deals. But it also, you got to think about it. The more money they take, and it's not the player's fault to a degree, right? The teams have to make the choice to pay it. But the more money they give out, the less money to spread around the team to make the entire team better. So if they can save $2 million on Marner and put that towards what Nyes is going to get, that makes the team better. So it's going to be very interesting. But great question, Grey Dawn. Great question. And remember, players are on Canadian city played. Yeah, paid in US dollars. It's all in US dollars. So that way it's even. But, it comes into consideration. A lot of these cities where the tax, the tax situation is very different. Florida and Tampa are able to secure a lot of guys for long-term and big deals because their tax situation is non-existent. Shesterkin signed that $13 million deal in New York. But he's going to lose a big chunk of that to taxes. Whereas, Bobrovsky in Florida is getting $10 million. He's probably taking home most of that $10 million, where Shesterkin is probably getting, 3/4 of the $13 million. Now, it's still an absolute ridiculous amount of money, but the way the states have the different tax laws and income tax laws, it is a huge, huge difference and an influence on a lot of these guys and how they come in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I couldn't stomach Marner signing for more than 10 to 10.5, and I'll put a caveat on it. if he performs in the playoffs and we reach third round, yes, Bam. And Phil, I think playoffs are going to have an impact for sure, right? Listen, is it a risk to say, let's see what happens in the playoffs and try and get something done? Yes. But, let's remember playoffs, regular season, he's a 100-point guy. He's proven he can score goals, right? 25 goals. He's proven he gets a ton of assists, over 70 assists. It's huge. If we take a look, let me pull this up here real quick. Beatrice, what's going on? Welcome in Rhode Island. Sam, I think the score is going to be 4-2. Jess going with 4-2. I'd be okay with that. Len, how's it going? Playoff tickets are out and prices have gone up. Prices are crazy. And Len, yes, it's a business. I just watched that Byfield goal from LA. Must see goal. Rick, I got to check that out. I haven't seen it yet. But it is a business, right? It is a business. So it's all about economics and dollars and cents. And the more we pay for contracts means the more that playoff tickets and regular season tickets are going to be. Listen, the Raptors had an atrocious year, but they have a bright future. Guess what? Season tickets go up. It's all about money. It's funny. There was a post the other day I saw beer prices now at the Rogers Center for Blue Jay games are more expensive than certain tickets. Certain tickets at times were $10 a ticket. The cheapest alcoholic beverage at Rogers Center is $13. So the beer is now more expensive than the ticket. I mean, it's crazy the way the economics in the games are going. All right, let's look at this. Mitch Marner, right? He's 76 games this year. He's got now 96 points. He played 69 games last year. He had 85 points. Played 80 games in 22-23, had 99 points. Played 72 games in 21-22, 97 points. I mean, you're talking he's a 97, 98, 99, 100-point guy every year consistently. That's pretty good. Now, playoffs is the big thing, right? We all talk about playoffs. In the playoffs, does this one have it? No, this one doesn't have it. Hang on, let me flip this to playoffs. Mitch Marner, he's more of a scapegoat. He's more of a scapegoat. And I'll tell you why. When we look at his playoff numbers, yes, last year was not good, admittedly. Not good at all. 7 games played, only 3 points. In 22-23, when they went to the second round, they played 11 games. He had 14 points, right? 14 points in 11 games. Now, most of those are assists, but that's what he does. He's a playmaker. So 14 points in 11 games. He was a +7 as well. So 22-23, great playoffs for Mitch Marner. 21-22, 7 games played. He had 8 points and was a +3. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. 8 points in 7 games, a +3. In 2021, not great, 4 points, but was still a +1. So, yes, last year's playoffs were not good, but the 2 previous years were pretty good points, pretty good numbers. So, we'll see what he's going to do this year in the playoffs. Of course, it's always tough to look at history and see how they're going to do, but I think Marner can get things done. He certainly has the skills to do things, and I'm looking forward to see what they do. Paid American money, but pays for things in Canadian money, plus 25%. Yeah, Dan, that's a good call out too, right? That's a good call out as well. As much as they're getting paid and you have the income tax different, they are paying for things in Canadian dollars. So they get an American, but yet they're paying for their condos, their cars, all that in Canadian. So that's a great call out that I did not mention. No 500 million for base. Rob, yeah, and you talk about baseball, basketball as well. Crazy salaries are off the charts, but it's very different, right? In baseball, you're packing, 50,000 and you're making a lot more money. In the NHL, they only got 18,000 seats to fill. I have no idea how it's being done in basketball. I know basketball costs for tickets are more expensive in certain cities than hockey, but basketball players are getting a ton of money and you still only have 17, 18,000 seats, which is why tickets are more expensive. But then we get into, when we talk about the business of sport, and I don't know about you, but the business of sport makes me furious, makes me so angry. We start talking about TV deals, and we know Rogers just signed a, like, what was it, 12 bill or $8 billion US, so it's like 11 or 12 billion Canadian for the TV rights, the broadcast rights for the NHL for the next 12 years. I mean, that's huge. Now that money will get spread around. Teams will make some for that. We see it in basketball. We see it in football. That TV revenue is huge, huge. And I know they have local markets as well and national markets. It's absolutely crazy. The sponsorship and advertising dollars then gets fed in. It's off the chart. So there is a lot of money to go around. But it's crazy to see. It is very crazy to see. And we hope that ticket prices don't get any more out of control, because there's a lot of new fans out there. And we all know the world today is very different than it was. And there's a lot of people who have never been to a game that can't afford to go to a game. And it would be nice if there was an opportunity for more people to get out and see it, because ticket prices are just absolutely madness. Jesse, I'm great, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing real well. So yeah, that's kind of my rant on the business of sport. It is a little crazy. I'd rather Tampa than Ottawa. So that's a great comment, Numi. Who else agrees with that? Who agrees with that? Tampa or Ottawa? Who would you rather face? So Toronto has had much success against Tampa Bay this year. Cottaging, welcome back. Oh, buddy, how are you? Are you doing okay? We were worried about you. We were thinking about you. Your friend was keeping us up to date, but I hope you're doing okay, bud. Great to see you back here. Toronto has done very well against Tampa Bay. Very well. Ottawa scares the living daylights out of me right now. They are a darn good team, and I do not want to face Brady Tkachuk in the playoffs. Brady Tkachuk had to watch his brother Matthew win the cup last year, had to go through the celebration and do all that with them. Now, I'm sure he was happy for him. I do not want to see this guy in the playoffs. Tampa, Darce, what's going on? George's going with Tampa, a lot of Tampa. And I think I'm right there with you. I would rather have Tampa in that first round over Ottawa, because Ottawa really scares me. Sam Collins, the Sens games in round 2. RK, we might actually have Friday night. We got to just, double and triple check the schedule. But Friday night is Ottawa-Montreal. And right now that's looking like we might be doing that game. That game is going to be absolutely wild. So we might be live Friday night for a little Ottawa and Montreal. We're going to have to find out. Toronto Maple Leaf fan, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Holy smokes. But yeah, Ottawa really, really scares me. They're a complete wild card right now. A complete wild card. Philly Sports, what's going on? With 2K on the Leafs. Oh, Philly's going big or going home. Oh my goodness. That is huge. Well, I'm hoping for you, Philly Sports Edits. I am hoping for you. That's a big one. Wow. Leafs need this win. This would be a huge win. This would be good. You want to keep Tampa Bay at bay. You want to keep them down. You don't want to let them get that top spot. I'd love to see Toronto win the division. I think it would be good. A nice little confidence boost, right? Nice little confidence boost. Gets it up there. And you go into the playoffs riding that high. All right. We're getting set for a second period action. I don't want them to play the Panthers, though. Yeah, that's the problem with this division. There's a lot of good teams, and they're going to have to play at some point. All right, here we go. Second period action coming up. Buckle up if this one is as good as the first. It is going to be an absolute banger. So they're lined up at center ice. Who's on? Looks like the John Tavares line is starting for Toronto. Going to be on with the Yanni Gord line. So it looks like a pair of second liners.
opening period
Off the
of
draw,
play.
it's a scramble around center ice.
A bit of a track
Ekman
meet
Larson
at
playing
times
this up. They're
between
playing
these
the
two teams.
catch back and forth. Still at center ice.
Separated by
Now
2
Tampa's going to
points
move
in the
this one into the
standings.
zone.
Leafs trying to hit
Today I
the
heard
century
from
mark tonight.
the Jets will win the cup.
As
Oh,
Kucherov's
Len,
shot
listen, they have a
blocked
good a
the
chance as anybody. They're a darn good
15
team.
block shots in the opening
Yeah,
period.
Darcy, St. Louis has
Tied
been
by
red
Morgan
hot.
Riley, which is a
This being
season
played
high.
around. Here come the Lightning. Lightning over the line. Cooch going to drop this one off the point. Another pass. Here's a long shot. Going to be deflected around as it was wide. Another shot knocked down in front. Hedman throwing it towards the net. Kucherov was there. Matthews going to pick this one up. Matthews going to play this one out. This to the line. Point. He's going to play this one to the line, and it's dumped in. Here comes Ekman Larson coming around.
Send it down the ice.
And it's sent all the way down the ice. Babe, what's going on? Go Leafs. Hey, Lewis, good evening. Welcome in. When's the last time the Eastern Conference team didn't come into the Atlantic? Scott, I'd have to look it up. This being dumped down in the corner. I mean, between the years of Florida, Boston, Tampa. Oh, here's Cirelli's shot. Galar's very quick to come across. The Leafs games are too expensive, but if you sit in the first few rows of the upper bowl, you enjoy it. Onyx, I love sitting in the upper bowl. Absolutely love the upper bowl. Best view of the ice. When you're looking down on it, you can see the plays forming. You can see things moving. Much better. If you sit at the glass, yeah, you can see their faces, but you miss a lot of the ice as well. Marner got taken down. Puck comes to Matthews. Matthews going to carry this one out. Over the line, maybe dump back. Here's a long shot. Matthews can't get there. Vasilevsky playing it into the corner. Here's Tampa Bay trying to chip it past Myers. Myers had it knocked down temporarily. Finally, they're going to send it down. Benoit getting a stick, taking Hagel into the boards. Lawton coming over to help out. Lawton going to pull this one back. Toronto setting it up behind their own net. Going to work this one across. Thank you so much for hitting that share button. I appreciate it.
Keep our eye on that.
I got season tickets in 200 because it's so much better. There you go. That's right, Philly. You get those upper level tickets. You can see the full ice. You get the full experience. Let's versus Ottawa. Take them out in 7. Hope Tampa takes out the Panthers. Here's a shot right on. Vasilevsky's going to make that save. It's a big gamble, Cottaging. I know you're the gambling man. You're the gambling man, but that is a big gamble to take on the Senators. Like I said, they scare me so much. What Brady Tkachuk is doing leading that team, absolutely wild.
Oh, he hit the knee. Morgan Riley was just
So
turning at the
little whistle here. Again, Tampa Bay coming out strong, pushing things through. And Matthews doing a nice job. There it is. Thank you so much for those likes. Appreciated it. And welcome in. Welcome in. If this is your first time with us, welcome to the party. This coming across. Toronto on the move. Little flip pass up. In over the line. Toronto coming cross ice. Going to be knocked down. Here comes Tampa Bay, backing it up, going to flip this pass up, knocked right back down. Domi sending it back in his own zone. Tanev with it. Tanev going to work this across, up over the line. Here's Robertson. Robertson going to play this back. Washington in 2018. Thank you, Scott. Washington in 2018. Wow. Last non-Atlantic team. Matthews going to bring this one all the way back. Going to leave it here for Tanev. Moving to PEI, so kind of nervous. Numi, I wish you the best. PEI is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure you already know that if you're moving there. This is coming around. Toronto can't hold the line. Tampa's going to bring it out 2-on-2 into the Leaf zone. Here's a long shot. That one gets blocked by Riley. It's going to go up and at a play, so we're going to get a stoppage here. Good job by the Leafs to kind of cut them off, stop the rush before it really got going, created any danger. I did bet tonight, not that much, and I already won. There you go. Well, JT hasn't scored tonight. It's Marner and Nyes with the goals here tonight. Keith, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, Wayne, I haven't seen. What are the details? I haven't seen them completely.
Both teams have been
this coming around all the way out. Here's a break. Toronto. It's Marner. Marner shooting. That one is just wide. How many blocks does Mo have? Bruno, let me check for you. Give me 1 second.
Don't you love the mindset, though, of Marner? You know,
Mo right now has no blocks. Oh, that's a lie. I clicked on the wrong button. Or this can't be right. He's got 8 blocks tonight. Morgan Riley has 8 blocks tonight. 3 blocks for Lawton, 1 for Domi, 1 for Lorentz. 8 blocks for Morgan Riley, 3 for Tanev, 2 for Carlo, 1 for Benoit, 1 for Larson. Wow. Here's a shot down side of the net. Tampa's going to pick this one up. They're going to work this one up. This coming around, bringing it in. Chaffee's there. Stellar's going to kick this one out. Toronto going to pick it up. They're going to move it. Bruno, 8 blocks. I can't believe that. That's wild. This coming to the line. Hedman going to tee it up with a shot. That's going to go just wide. 86 miles an hour here for Hedman. Back to the line. A shot going to go high and over the net. Going to be knocked down. Paul has it. Paul being worked over by Tavares. Tavares takes it away. Puts it in the center ice area. Picked up by Yarncroc. Back over. Long pass trying to hit Tavares. That doesn't come to him. Here they come. Down over the line. Tavares digging through. Setting it back. Toronto going to change up. Had to be careful. Look out. 3 Maple Leafs run into each other and go down like bowling pins. Bet on JT and Nyes. Oh, there you go, Cottaging. So you got it from Nyes. Here comes Tampa into the Leaf zone. Little drop pass for Kucherov. His shot is going to be gloved down by Stellars. 5 minutes gone here in this first period, and it's been back and forth. Tampa Bay came out with a hot start. But Toronto weathered the storm and looks like they're playing it through now.
Here's the quick little turnaround. Yeah, Tavares.
But Tavares, Holmberg, and Benoit all kind of ran into each other. And Tavares, 16 goals since the Four Nations, has him tied for second in the league with goals since. $365 million is a signing bonus, taxed at 17%, paid out over 14 years. 35.7 million average. Wow. Quick shot. Stellar's got a piece of that. They're going to fish it out. Wayne, that is crazy. If my boss is watching, I'd love a $356 million signing bonus. Stellars with a great save, keeping the Leafs in the lead. Here come the Lightning again. Up over the line. Feeding this back to the point. Point. Here's a blast by Kucherov. That one goes wide. I'm so happy they signed him. Listen, I know it's a lot of money, but Vladdy is a great player. Here's a shot. And when you offered, you know, some of the salaries that were rumored to be offered for Ohtani and some of the other big names Toronto wanted, how do you not pay Vladdy? Here's Tampa again, side of the net to Kucherov. Kucherov has Hagel in front, trying to come to the side. Nice play there by Myers, able to fight this one to the corner. He's going to take his man Cirelli into the corner. Still battling in here. Hagel going to take down Lawton. Puck is going to hop over the line and come out. Yeah, he is super scary. Super scary, but I can't stand it. This down in the corner. Cirelli going to take a bump. And here comes Toronto. Toronto on the move. Holmberg going to flip this one down. Getting into the zone. Big battle going on here with Holmberg and Glencaves. Down around behind the net. Tampa Bay sending it up. Here comes Tampa Bay in over the line. Little drop pass. Domi was taking it away. Ekman Larson going to play this one up. Vladdy makes more money than us. Yeah. Right, Dallas? I don't want to make any assumptions, but I would say probably more than all 170 of us in the chat put together. Stellars is down. This one being chipped around. This coming to the line. Back Cirelli. Cirelli taking a look. Tampa Bay putting on serious pressure right now. Back to the line. Cross ice. Here's a long shot. Stellars is down. Going to kick that one out. Robertson going to play this one up. Here comes Ekman Larson. Going to flip this one down. Bobby McMahon trying to get in there. Trying to catch up to it. Here they come again. Tampa Bay in over the line. Little drop pass to Paul. Paul cycling around. Yes, we do, Wayne. We do big time. Tampa owes you. Colton, Tampa's let us beat them 3 out of 4 games so far this year, and right now, this is 4 out of 4. This one being played back out. Here comes Paul again. Paul sending this one down into the Leaf zone. Stolars is out to stop it. I bet he doesn't have $100 in his wallet. You're right, Newmy. That's funny. This being dumped in the corner. Vasilevsky coming out. He's going to play this aside. Marner going to get it. Him and Matthews kind of fighting over it. And Tampa Bay comes away with it. Yanni Gourde bringing this one down. He's going to send it in the corner. I'm finding him making the money. Just donate some back to the city. There you go. Exactly, Jonathan. And that's one thing I do want to say about Marner. Marner's donated a ton of money to various charities here in the city. And his Marner's Foundation does a lot of really, really good work. This is going to be knocked out. Back to the neutral zone. 11.5 minutes to go. Tampa Bay. Long pass. Up. They're going to bring this one in. Here's Point. Point. Cycling around. I've only had interest in hockey, so I don't care about the Jays or any other sport. Hayden, is that because there's no overtime? Here's Benoit with a shot, and Vasilevsky is going to stop down on that one. That's right, Leo. Gretzky only needs 2 more. Somebody sign Gretzky. Sign him for the last couple of days of the season. Power play specialist. I would sign Gretzky for the league minimum. Sit Nick Robertson. Put Gretzky on the power play. Just have him sit at that circle and take shots. My goodness. Could you imagine? That would be funny. It's funny. If Gretzky was to do something crazy like that as a publicity stunt, some young whippersnapper would take a run at him. Someone would try and whack him real good. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, good period here. Even period. They're playing very, very nice. They're playing well. I'm a Panther fan, so no offense. No offense to the overtime winner 2023. There was goaltender interference. You know what, Colton? That's okay. I'm a Panther fan as well. I'm a huge Panther fan. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Panthers are something special. I tell you, they are something special. And I still have to put together my little vlog of our visit to the Pantherland practice facility. Beautiful facility. Really, really nice job. Finally, I found one. I got my Panther jersey hanging up right beside me, and I got it right here for whenever I need it, Colton. There you go. Right there for whenever we need to bring it out. So always got my Panther stuff within arm's reach. Who's your favorite Panther player? Who's your favorite Panther player? For me, I'm a Carter Verhaeghe guy. Always. Oh boy. My friend likes Tampa because his old neighbor, Anthony Sorelli, because he lives in. Oh, that's cool. Listen, that's okay. When you got some kind of personal connection with these guys, absolutely. Listen, if I was neighbors with a player and they were on a different team, I would be celebrating them. I spent some time, and it's no secret, we've talked about it before, spent some time with the Toronto Argonauts organization back in the day. And there were some players I was quite friendly with. And when they moved on from the Argos and went to Saskatchewan or other teams, I still cheered for them. We wish them all the best, right? When you have a personal connection, it's nice to see when they have a chance. Dave, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. All right, here we go. 2-1. Toronto with a 1-goal lead. 11:15 to go here in the period. This coming around, I did meet him in person when he versus the Leafs because he lives in his home. Nice. This flip down in the corner. A little blown tire there by Järnkrok. This coming around. Tampa Bay, long pass near side. Going to chug this one out into the Leaf zone. This down around Lilleberg, taking it in. Carlo tried to stop him. Back to the line. Paul holding it in. Comes to Järnkrok on the far side. He's going to bring this up, chipping it down to the corner. Tavares coming in around behind Vasilevsky. Vasi plays it ahead. Jokinen was great. He was awesome. The red hot Reinhardt. Reinhardt is awesome too. No worries, JDA. Thanks, brother. I prefer garlic. Onyx. This back around. Here's a long shot. Down in front is Stolars, and he's going to make the save. Couple Lightning players in front, and the Toronto D are going to give the goaltender some space. Cleared away. Leafs leading 2-1. A nice job there. Not a lot of shots so far in this game. In the first period, it was 10-8 in favor of Toronto. Right now, 5-3 for Toronto in this period in terms of shots on net. Goalie, the goalie, he was great. He didn't get to play a lot in Florida. Didn't get to play a lot because Bobrovsky, you know, covered most of those games. But nice to have him in Toronto. Nice to have Ekman Larson here as well. He was a big instrumental part of that Florida Cup run, and he's having a great job, a great season here for Toronto. Gordy could teach them some toughness. Leo, absolutely he could. Here come the Lightning, going to work this one across. Back, they're going to work this one in the Leaf zone. Little toe drag trying to come through right to Stolarz. He's going to cover it up as Chernik was going for a little bit of a drive-by, and he's forced away. So we're just about halfway through this game. Toronto's still holding on to that 2-1 lead. The pace has definitely slowed from where things were in period number 1. So things have definitely slowed down. Number 1, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party.
This time for John Cooper, they're focused on, okay, not so much on where they're going to finish or who they're going to play. Are we going to
10 minutes to go. What Scotty doesn't know is he's going to get a goal here in this game. I feel it. I want Scotty to get it done. Off the draw, Toronto going to play this one around. Captain Tuttle, how's it going? That's right. I trained him how to stand still and just take slap shots. Here's another blast right now. Hedman teeing into one. This coming around all the way down. Aren't the Leafs the second period team? Numi, they were, but I think they kind of got it out of their system in the first. They're sitting back a little here in the second. They need to pick up the pace. Tampa's kind of getting things going. Here's a long shot again. Side of the net. That one, an open net, and they put it just wide. Tampa that close to tying this one up. Round back to the point. Here they come again for a deflection. Stolarz sliding all over the place. Another blast by Hedman, and that one is deflected up and out of play. 91.9 miles an hour for Victor Hedman as he is just really stepping into these shots. I'd love to know what kind of a flex he uses on his stick. Fred, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Yes, Leafs are holding on the fort. They're going to go for a commercial break. They will be back. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome in. If this is your first time checking us out, giving us a chance, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I would ask, if you're on Twitch or TikTok, hit that follow button. Give us a follow. If you're over on YouTube, hit that subscribe. We're going to be here. We got a bunch of more games down the stretch, and then in the playoffs, it's going to be gangbusters. We're going to have a great, great time. So thank you so much for all your support on all platforms. Keep smashing those likes. Hit those share buttons. Tell everybody where to find us. We'd appreciate it. Now, a lot of you know we missed last night's game. We were out. We were at a little hockey banquet. As you've gotten to know a lot of our regulars, you've gotten to know our boys. Thank you, Danny. You've gotten to know our boys over the years. And, of course, big hockey season here. For our little guy, his first season playing goal. And I'm happy to report, as most of you already know, both of them won their league championships this year. It was huge, huge. Our little guy, he's not so little, but his first year in goaltending, 3 elimination games in the playoffs, quarters, semis, and finals. 3 games, he gave up a total of 2 goals, getting a shutout in the championship game. So big congratulations to his team. And of course, big congratulations to the big guys team. They were absolutely outstanding. We had the banquet last night, so it was a big party. We got the trophies, a lot of celebration, a lot of good times. So I just wanted to give a shout out to all the parents out there who have kids in minor hockey, whether you're playing AA, AAA, House League, Select, whatever you're playing. Congrats to all of you, and a good job for taking those kids out in the early mornings, in the bad weather, schlepping all the equipment. It is amazing what parents do for their kids, and I was very proud of mine. So we were celebrating, but really, it goes out to all the parents who have kids in hockey that put in the time. It is absolutely awesome. So thank you all for the congratulations, but it was a great party, and now I'm glad we can be back here with everybody. All right, let's go. Back from commercial break. Let's do it. Thanks, Lewis. Appreciate it. And Justin, it was awesome. Dave, thank you so much. Here's a shot right on. Stolarz going to hang on to that one. A quick drop. What is the measuring tool called for excessive Ooh, that's a great question, Rick. I have no idea. I've just always called it the blade measurer. I have no clue what it's called. What we used to do is we just used to put the blade up against the glass to see if you could drop a puck through it. That's how we'd measure the blade, and if the puck slipped right through, it was an illegal curve. That's how we used to measure back in the day. Off the draw, this is coming around. Toronto's going to win. They're going to dangerously play it in front of their net. Knives is going to move it ahead. Here comes Matty Knives. He's going to bring it near side, stopping. He's going to cycle it around behind the net to Matthews. Matthews curling. Matthews back in front for Knives. He got bumped, couldn't get the shot off. Toronto keeps it in. Marner into the slot for Matthews. Shoots. That one's blocked. Benoit going to pick this one up. He's going to put it down to the corner. Knives coming in here. He must have been the table of chatter. Yeah, Jonathan, it was great. All the kids sat together at their various tables. Thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate it. It was a great evening. A great evening. McSorley device works. There you go. This coming around at the side. Tampa Bay to the line. 8 minutes to go here in period number 2. Still 2-1 Toronto. Hanging on. Matthews with this puck. Going to play this one back. Here come the Leafs. Bobby Mack is going to bring this one up. Bobby Mack stopping, waiting. Going to send this one across. And that's going to go up and out of play. The McSorley device. That's awesome. You know, it's been a long time. When was the last time we saw somebody get called for an illegal stick? I don't remember the last time we saw somebody even challenge a player to get measured. It's been a long time since that has been contested. We used to do that back in the Leo. That was the only way, right? That was the best way.
The attempts or missed shots.
752, 16-14 total shots.
To 14 difference between everything going to the net here for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
By the way, if you are watching on a television set, the little QR code down in the corner there, if you shoot that with your phone, that will take you right to our YouTube channel. So you can go in and come in the chat or hit that subscribe. Princess, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Here they come in. That's going to be stopped. Pavel Bure. Oh, man. Was he the last one? Pavel Bure was awesome. Bolts used to play at the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome on Sunday. Fun fact, Panthers won their first ever game. Really? There you go, Spaceman with the Panther trivia. I actually remember that, the Thunderdome. That's really funny. Riley with 8 blocks tonight, 121 blocks this season. It has to be official with exact calibration. Knobs, what's going on? Leafs out-muscled, out-hit, losing race to the puck, you name it. Leafs lose, they continue to play. Yeah, listen, they've definitely slowed down from where they were in their first period. First period, they were all over the place. They've definitely slowed down since. Here's Hedman putting this one back across, trying to chip this one out off the glass. It stays in play. Leafs going to get it out to the neutral zone. Here comes Holmberg. Holmberg cutting in. He's got Lawton going to the net, putting it across, and Vasilevsky got a piece to deflect it away. Players used to lose illegal sticks during the game and have legal ones on the bench for the last few minutes. Interesting, Leo. Interesting. I guess you have to, right? You'd have ones you used, and you hope you don't get called, because you wouldn't really call during the middle of the game. It's at the end when you're forcing that comeback. But my goodness, great heads-up play by Vasilevsky just to get his stick out enough to deflect that pass away. 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Thank you for those follows. Appreciate it. Huge thank you to all the Twitch stars hitting those follows. Here's a long shot by Myers. That one's going wide. Down in the corner, cycling around. McMahon trying to get it. Hedman ties him up. Tampa going to flip this one out to Kucherov, but it's taken away by Riley. Riley up, misses Domi with that pass. Robertson chasing is as McMahon. McMahon going to knock this one down, but Tampa going to throw it in. Coming around, Stolarz out to play this one across. Long pass, Toronto near side, trying to get back into the Lightning zone. They do, but can't control it. Big hit by McMahon. He's going to take out Perbix. This being flipped out in Toronto doing a nice job. Carlo, what an addition Carlo has been. You know, Sam, my cousin, he is 18, getting drafted. Nice to the NHL 05 draft. It's predicted to be the number 7. Cottaging, send me an email offline with his name. I'd love to keep an eye open. And if he ever had the time, if he'd ever want to sit down and do a little interview to talk about the process for the channel, I'd love to sit down with him. This coming around over to Benoit. Benoit got a piece of it. Tip through. Here comes Tavares. Tavares on the move. In over the line. JT. He's been hot. Cutting towards the corner. Vasilevsky with a little poke check. Got enough. Oh, awesome, number 1. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for doing that. This coming around down in the corner. Here's Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson going to play this one back. Marner over the line. Cycling around is Matthews. Matthews has some space. Going to curl in, giving it to Nyes. Nyes back to the line. These guys are really moving. Tanev, great cycling effort by this top line. Then Tanev blindly throws it to the corner to nobody. Tampa Bay going to clear. Toronto going to dump this one right back in. Phil, it is, but they got to keep winning. Tampa Bay is right there at their heels. This going to come free. Lightning to the red line, into the Leaf zone. Little move towards the middle. Spinning around, cross ice pass, not a great one. Toe drag here by Ryan McDonough, and it's taken away by Marner. Marner to Riley, back up to Matthews. Matthews into the zone, cross ice to Nyes. He was behind him. He had to turn or reach back. Nothing is a lock. 1-0 Rangers. Rangers desperately needing points, trying to catch up, but they're going to run out of real estate. Here comes Tampa Bay. Kucherov coming in into the slot, shooting. That's blocked by Benoit. Benny with a nice block there. The last player that got a penalty for using an illegal stick was Matthews after a goalie knocked the stick out of his... Onyx, great call. That's a great answer to a trivia question. Technically, Matthews did use an illegal stick. Not wrong. This pass up. Hedman going to try to get it back to Gord. Long drag in the leg. Here comes Tampa Bay. How did that stay onside? Wow. Here comes Lawton. Lawton cutting through the middle. Going to get it over to Bobby McMahon. McMahon turning around. Here comes Toronto again. Tanev working this one across. Leafs and Sox tied 1-1. Bottom of the 8th. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence going to play in the corner. Agent Orange, what's going on? We got the old school Alan McCauley jersey on, number 18. Alan McCauley with the Maple Leaf Gardens Memories and Dreams patch. One of my favorites. Every time we've worn this jersey, they've been playing all right, so we're going to keep it going. Here it comes all the way down the ice, racing in Robertson, trying to get in here against Lilleberg. Lilleberg knocks him down. Here they come again, all the way. Tampa going to race in. No icing called. Benoit comes back, takes it away from him. That sporty guy, what's going on? How do you think it feels to be scored on by Ovechkin? Listen, I know Sorokin took it real well. Part of me feels Sorokin has to feel excited because he's going to get some gear put in the Hall of Fame, and he will always be the answer to a trivia question. So, you know it sucks, but hey, at least he's going to get some good things out of it. They're going to go to commercial break as Tampa Bay starting to come in and get closer and closer. But yeah, I think, listen, Soroka gave Ovechkin his stick to put in the, I guess it's going to go in the Hall of Fame with some of Ovechkin's stuff. It's pretty cool. You know, Sorokin has had an okay career. Don't think he's going to be Hall of Fame potential, you know, but you never know. So it's pretty cool. He will still get some recognition for a major accomplishment. When we make it Twitch. Number 1, we made it a while ago. We didn't really start using it till about the Four Nations. Then we started kind of using it a lot more. So that's where we kind of got it from. Only player to lead his team scoring 3 years in 3 different cities. That's crazy, Wayne. Darcy Tucker was in Hamilton for the Panthers game. Got to watch it with him and others at a bar near me. Oh, Agent Orange. That's awesome. Yeah, I've met Tucker before, a couple times, actually. He is a nice guy. Really great guy. I did ask him to make me a little kind of welcome, you're watching video. He politely declined, and that's okay. That's okay. I know some guys have contracts and stuff, and they're not allowed to do things for other channels and whatnot when it comes to media. But super nice guy. We had a nice little chat. Shane Corson as well. Shane Corson, super nice. A lot of those guys from the teams back then, they'll talk hockey with you. As long as you're respectful and you're not totally fanning out on them, they will talk hockey with you all the time. I had a great conversation with Gary Lehman many years ago, and he was just awesome to sit and talk to because I was a huge fan back then. The Olchek, Osborne, and Lehman line back in the day was one of my favorites. So it's always cool to talk shop with those guys. Mega, what's going on? Welcome in. They're just coming back from commercial break. Welcome into the party.
But these are the types of games they haven't.
Holy smokes! Did you know the Leafs goalie Curtis Joseph
but still
never? Yes, and I forget the name of the beer company, but I love the company that sent out the beer cans to the goalies where Ovechkin had at least a shot on but never scored. Such a great little campaign there for him. He was traded twice, Toronto and Edmonton and Montreal. There you go. I think most others are just seawater. This coming around down in the corner. Jangy, what's going on? Good work so far. They got to get it back up and going. They kind of slowed down here. We got 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go here in this period. This around, here's a shot by Nylander, who rips it at 85.5. Need a goal. You took the over. Devin, I'm kind of with you. I actually didn't bet on today's game because I'm not going to lie, after work, I had a little bit of a pregame nap, some food, and then right back on here. So I didn't really put a bet, but I would have gone with the over too. I would have expected more offense in this game, and the way things exploded in the first period, I thought we were going to get a whole lot more offense coming. Shanny's first couple of years in the league, we used to go out with the team for drinks. Oh, Leo, that's cool. That is cool. You never know. If you happen to be at some of these hotel bars and whatnot where teams are staying, you never know who you might run into. Vinny Donfus. Wayne. Oh, I never would have guessed it. Vinny Donfus. Man, he's a guy. I was a huge Vinny fan. Vinny was so good. Oh, that brings me back. Love it. All right, off the draw. Tampa's going to win this one. They're going to send this one up. Here come the Lightning. Lightning over the line. Little flip pass. Knocked down. Good job there by the Toronto D. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. This around the corner. Vinny Donfus. Oh, those were such good years. Terrible years in terms of winning. Those 80s Leafs were brutal. But, man, some of those players were so much fun to watch. The Harold Ballard years had his little private box in the corner of Maple Leaf Gardens. I make a motion that we watch the next international tournament at a sports bar at a resort. Dallas, you make a good offer. Here comes Tampa Bay with a shot. And that one's going to sail high and over. That's going to go out of play. 1:23 to go. 1:23 to go. Holy smokes. What do these buttons do? There's some buttons here on the TikTok Live, and I don't really know what these buttons do. So we're kind of just looking, pushing some buttons, seeing what they do. I don't really know. That's coming back around. Lawton with a chance in front. Sorry, Gordon with a chance in front. Lawton trying to get up on him. Lawton, again, trying to take his man into the corner. Another shot. Stolarz knocks it down. Big rebound. That one goes wide, and the net comes knocking off. Toronto's going to get a penalty here. Tavares going to go to the box. He kind of threw a little hip check into the Tampa Bay player to knock the net off. Sam, stop looking at the buttons. So a nice job here by Tampa Bay, really coming in, putting a ton of pressure on. Toronto just trying to get in there. But Stolarz, he's down in the splits. He's trying to dig. This whole thing, if he would have just held on to that puck, the play would have been dead and nothing would have come of it. Brendan's first year winning the cup. His brother also won the Mann Cup for lacrosse. That's cool. Man, Leo, I don't know about you. I'm a big fan of lacrosse. There it is dancing. Oh, no. There it is. I'm a big fan of lacrosse. Carolyn, how's it going? Welcome in. Go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go. Leafs need our support. 2 minutes on the board for a power play for Tampa Bay. 58.4 seconds left in period number 2. This coming around, going to be cleared out and all the way down the ice. Here comes Victor Hedman. Hedman going to drop this one back. Moving it through. Lightning trying to set it up. Toronto's doing a good job forcing them around. Long pass to Cirelli, going to open things up. Cirelli back to the line. Here's Hedman going across to the far side. These cross ice passes. Here's Cirelli again to Hedman. He doesn't shoot. Trying to go back to Cooch. Here's another shot. Knocked down in front. Stellaris with the glove up. It's right there. Nobody sees it. And will it clear? Yes. Toronto gets it out and over the line. Rafael, I apologize. I can't see. I can't translate some of your messages, but I appreciate you being here and contributing to the chat. This coming around. Again, the Lightning in over the zone. Here's a long shot right on Stellaris. He's going to hold it as the penalty does not result in a goal. The period comes to an end, and this period is done. Oop, I didn't mean to push that button. I meant to push that button. So a good job by Tampa Bay. Bjorkstrand right in there, putting all kinds of pressure, and they're able to kill this one off and send it down the ice. So let's go back to the intermission and talk some hockey, shall we? If I can find my buttons here. There we go. All right, let's bring up these stats. The Zambonis are out 19 shots apiece. We'll see if that gets updated. We'll see if that changes, but 19 shots apiece, 17 hits. Oh, there it is, 20-19. They just updated the shots on goal. 17 hits for Tampa Bay, 16 for Toronto, 19 faceoffs won for the Maple Leafs, 14 for Tampa Bay. Tampa right now sitting 0 for 2 on the power play. Toronto has not had a power play opportunity as of yet. Each team with 9 giveaways, 4 takeaways for Tampa, 2 for Toronto. 9 block shots for Tampa, but 28 for Toronto. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. It says Michael Misa. Okay, let me grab my pen and write that down and do a little bit of research. I feel like I've actually heard that name before. Michael Misa. All right, I'll take it out. And yeah, Cottaging. If, like I said, if he wants to sit down at any time on the channel, we'd love to sit down and do a little video with him, get to know him a little bit, and follow his career right from the draft all the way in. I think that would be pretty cool. But if only of course if he'd be willing to. Yeah, I'll check it out. Read my last message. Number 1. Let me scroll back. I'm going to the Oilers game tonight. Oh, nice. Enjoy. You're gonna have a great time there. Yeah, Skinner's. Didn't Skinner get hurt? Is he back yet? I know he got bumped. He was out for a little bit. Don't know if he's back yet, but have a good time at the game. Yeah, 28 block shots is absolutely solid. I mean, those are, pardon me, wild numbers. And 8 of those blocks are Morgan Riley. 8 blocks for Morgan Riley. That is outstanding. Outstanding. Absolutely love to see Riley getting so many block shots. You want me to search him right now? All right, let's take a little look here. Michael Misa. Let's see what they say. Currently playing with the Saginaw Spirit, the OHL, number 77. Let's see how he's doing. Over the last 5 games, he's got 8 points, 5 assists, and 3 goals. However, he's a -7. Oof, -7. 18 years of age from Oakville, Ontario. Go Oakville. 6'1", got some decent size. 185 pounds. He's going to get a lot bigger, a lot more solid. Put on some weight there, so that's pretty cool. Let's kind of see here. based off the rankings. So wow, these are really great rankings for him, Cottaging. Ranked number 2 by the consolidated ranking, ranked number 3 by Elite Prospects. Bob McKenzie has him ranked number 3rd. Craig Button has him ranked number 2nd. THN has him ranked number 1. Wow. McKean's Hockey has him ranked number 2. Daily Faceoff has him ranked number 3. NHL Central Scouting's North American Skaters has him ranked number 3. Draft Prospects has him number 3. Sportsnet has him number 2. Wow. Cottaging, those are pretty darn good rankings. Real good rankings. Let's see. Overall, this year in the OHL, played 65 games, 62 goals and 72 assists, 134 points. Wow. That is wild. Last year, quite an increase. Last year in 67 games, he had 29 goals and 46 assists for 75 points. That's great. Good for him. Let's see. Michael Misa in the Team CHL Prospects Challenge. 2 games played. He had a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Michael Misa. All right. Somebody we're going to have to keep an eye on to. Jonathan, sweet Lord. That is good numbers. No kidding. Being ranked number 2 and number 3, and even a couple ranked number 1s in there. Those are pretty darn impressive numbers. We're going to have to see where he is going to fit in. We're going to watch with interest in this NHL draft coming up. Can't wait to see the depth when Pacioretty and Hockaball come back. Yeah, Agent Orange, it's very interesting. What is it going to look like when those guys come back? Pacioretty, they'll obviously find a spot for him to slide in. I'm not so sure about Hockapah myself. Sounds like a top 5 pick. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh no, Cottaging. He'll be long gone before Toronto's going to be drafting. Long gone. Joshua, what's going on? Have fun watching with the dad and grandpa. Well, hello to dad and grandpa. All right, let's actually take a look. So right now, if we look at the NHL as a whole, right, when we look at some of these potential wildcard teams where Misa could be going, Philadelphia, Boston, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Pittsburgh would be nice, even though they're in a big rebuild. Arlene, what's going on? Welcome in, Arlene. I love your emoji there, your thumbnail, your logo. That's pretty cool. Pittsburgh would be good. Imagine going to play with Sidney Crosby. Those kind of numbers, and a young talent. Maybe he fits into the roster right away. Buffalo would be good. I would be happy to be drafted to Buffalo. A lot of good things going on there with Thompson and Darlene and what they're building in Buffalo. On the West, San Jose, Chicago, Nashville, Seattle. Listen, San Jose would be okay. Chicago would be okay. Either one of those two would be decent places to get to. Everything is crazy expensive here. You can sleep on Sam's couch. It may not be so comfortable. We do need to replace the couch, but couches are just too expensive these days. Although I'm not going to lie, I've seen some really nice couches at Costco. I have a hard time buying a couch on an online picture without going and sitting on it. But yeah, there's some good teams that are going to have some good low picks. We'll have to see where he's going to go. Bring up Reeves. He scored his first goal for the Marlies the other day. Patchy, no cap for the playoffs. Bring up Reeves. So he's a goal scorer now, Rick. He's going all the way. Listen, I like Reeves as a loudmouth in the locker room. I like him as a motivational guy. I don't think he fits on the roster. I have a hard time putting a roster spot for him. And, Domi has stepped up when he's needed to. Lawton is there for some toughness. McMahon has kind of gotten in there. Nyze's dropped the gloves. I don't know we want to put Reeves back in. It sucks that he's down on the Marlies, especially with what he was being paid. But yeah, I mean, obviously when they're done, he'll come back up. He'll be part of the playoff roster. I don't think he's going to get into any games though. Slumber party at our place sounds good, Onyx. Sounds good. I feel like him and Connor Bedard will be good together. Listen, Bedard will be good with anybody. They need to get Bedard somebody to play with right now because he's struggling. And that was the big rumors, right? Going back to the Mitch Marner conversation, big rumors about Marner potentially going to Chicago. You know, I hope he stays here, but Bedard needs somebody to play with, needs somebody that can set him up, can move the puck. And a good young talent, you know, is the way to go, especially if they're going to get a top pick again. Sam, we can Photoshop a Leafs emblem on the couch. And perfect, Jonathan. Sounds good. Pacioretty, soft patch. You know, I like what Pacioretty brings, and we've saw him play very physical at times for this squad. He was really throwing them around. He was banging and crashing. He was hitting. Liked what I saw from Pacioretty for sure. But it really depends on how healthy he is. Listen, playoffs is bang and crash type hockey. I wouldn't want to rush him back if his back or whatever is still stiff. All it takes is one hit, and he could do some real damage there. For Bennett and Kachuk, yeah, but listen, Kachuk isn't going to fight Reeves. If anything, they'll sucker Reeves into taking a dumb penalty. We've seen Reeves do that from time to time, especially if stuff gets mixed up and you know a big hit is thrown and he's going to try and seek revenge at the wrong time. I think it'll end up costing the team. But at some point, Rick, you're right. Toronto needs an answer for Bennett and Kachuk because those guys will hit and hit hard. They're not super clean. And you need an answer for those guys. You know, yes, Domi is there, but he can't be the answer for both of them. I don't even think he's really the answer for one of them. Only players in the minor without visor. Doesn't he? He has his visor, but doesn't he turn it kind of upwards? So let's see. I want the Leafs to get 100 points tonight in the standings. Peter, it would be great for Toronto to hit that 100-point marker. It always is a nice boost as Leaf fans, right? When we're looking at the standings and you're like, yep, they did it. 100 points again. You know, always makes you feel good when you see the triple digits up there. Thing is, I won't get to see him that much if he goes to a team far away. That's true, Cottaging. That's true. And listen, it's tough. It's tough on these youngsters stepping in and having to move away from home and, you know, at a young age. And with numbers like that, you know, some of these top picks are eligible to play right away and they can hold their own in this league. Obviously, I don't know if that's the case for Michael because I haven't really seen him play, but those are amazing numbers he put up. And it's tough. So it would be cool if he's close by in Buffalo. And then it allows, you know, you guys, it's not a long drive to go over and check him out. Lawton needs an offseason to fit in. It's hard for a player like Lawton who has gone from an okay contender. Yeah, Phil, listen, at first I was worried about Lawton. I've seen some flashes of things that make me feel a lot more comfortable with Lawton and what he's doing. So I think we'll be okay there. I think we'll be okay with Lawton. I'm expecting to see him drive things hard in the playoffs. And again, I'm not expecting him to be a goal-scoring machine, but I'm expecting him to get in those corners and muck it up. I'm expecting him to skate with Domi and keep his stick down and go to the net. You know, I think we'll see some good things from Lawton in the playoffs. Bennett will not fight Reeves. He's scared of him. No, he won't fight. And Bennett doesn't really fight all that much either. He likes to get those cheap shots in. he'll drop them if he kind of needs to. But you know, Bennett's role I feel like has changed a lot with the Panthers organization. A couple of years back, you know, always taking those dirty shots, those cheap shots. We saw the hit against Marchand last year. We got the fist up and kind of popped him one as he hit him. That was kind of on the blind side of the camera, so it was tough to pick it up. You know, Bennett is a guy who plays hard. He puts in the work. He's a hard worker. He plays hard, and he gets results. He's one of those guys you love to have him on your team. You hate to play against him. We need an answer for him. Is Domi that guy? You know, is Lawton that guy? I don't know. You know, Domi did a good job against Boston when Marchand was there, kind of sparring with him and jockeying with him. maybe he is that guy that's going to be matched up against him. We'll have to wait and see. I would be a Leaf fan and whatever team he goes to. Yeah, there you go. You got to support. All he needs is one goal. Get that money. Yeah, you just got to get it going, right? And don't forget, in the playoffs too, we're not going to see. Well, I shouldn't say we're not going to see, because there's always some fights that come up. But I don't think we're going to see a ton of fighting in the playoffs, especially early on. These guys are going to go out there to try and win. I think that's going to be the message from the coach, right? Is it's going to be play that Berube style. Get in the corners, throw your hits when you have them, stand up for your team, but shots on goal. Good playmaking, shots on goal. That's how you win. If you need to get a fight, we got guys that'll drop the gloves, but I really don't think we're going to see it, especially with this group they have now. Yeah, Justin, it is super crazy, and it's still weird for me to see Marchand in that Panther jersey. And listen, he hasn't been a superstar. I think he only has 1 assist, if I'm not mistaken, since coming over to the Panthers. But he's getting opportunities and he's making things happen. Dennis, I don't play anymore. Unfortunately, a couple of years back, I injured my shoulder, and it has not been the same. And I tried several times after the fact to go back and play, but just the motion of carrying the stick handling and moving around and bumping into the boards and whatnot, it flares up almost immediately. So it's just it's not worth. Well, shouldn't say it's not worth it, because it is worth it. I would do it if I could, but it's just too much to risk, unfortunately. So yeah, my playing days are done. I still do love to go out on the ice, though. We would go out for the boys if they had practice and the coach would allow. We go out and help out at practice, or we would just go out a couple times, go skating, just to be out on the ice. Always a lot of fun. Love the game so much. I like now, going and with 2 boys playing hockey. I used to coach, assistant coached for each boy for a period of time, but I'm not going to do it anymore, because now that they're older, a lot of their games overlap. So I try to go as many as I can. But I love seeing how coaches today motivate these teams and how they get them to learn and continue to grow and develop. So I look at these games at a whole new level now than when I used to play. Aaron, what's going on? Welcome in. Maple Leafs, no, Aaron. Get paid too much to fight. And it's funny, Bradley, you make that comment. It's interesting, because for years we've kind of felt like the NHL is trying to get rid of hockey, right? The third man in rule, and then with if your jersey comes up rule, and then if the helmet comes off, there's all these things they put in to make it more difficult. But as contracts are going up and salaries are going up, it's tough to pay the enforcers some of the big dollars and whatnot, and with a lot of talent at the bottom end, where you're getting some decent guys for $1 million, $850,000, it's hard to invest in an enforcer, a guy who's going to fight a handful of times without contributing in other ways. You look at somebody like Ryan Reeves. Yeah, he could drop the gloves, but his knees were so bad. He's not a great skater. Hands are non-existent. Just didn't really bring anything else to the table. You look at someone like Arbor Jacki in Montreal, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but Arbor Jacki brings a lot of value to Montreal. He's a hard hitter. He's going to drop the gloves. He's got a big booming shot. He makes some plays. Those are the guys. Tom Wilson on Washington. He's going to pummel you. He's going to hit you. He's going to hurt you, but he can score goals, and he's doing some good things. So those are the type of players that are going to get the contracts and be around, and those are not easy to find. If they were, every team would have them. But yeah, Arbor Jacki is kind of that new age enforcer. Finally pulled the trigger. I'm going to my first hockey game this weekend. It's AHL Melbourne Ice. Nice. Phil, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I hope you enjoy. I can't wait to hear all about it. You're going to have so much fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the period is about to start. Intermission has come to an end. Let's get set for period Number 3, don't forget Tampa Bay still on the power play for just a little bit longer. Prep, what's going on? I hate those Panthers. Well, I'm glad I missed that game. Rehearsals finished in time for me to catch the third. There you go, Prep. This is going to be a big one. Whenever I used to play mini sticks with him, I bet him like 12 years. I get cottaging. That's funny. Oh, I tell you, playing mini sticks in the basement never gets old. I still love doing it today. It's harder on the knees. Gotta love the mini sticks. All right, here we go. Getting set, period number 3. 2-1 is the score. The Leafs hanging on. Is Tampa Bay going to come back, or is Toronto going to shut this one down and extend their lead? Here comes Tampa Bay on the power play. It's about a minute left. Here's Tampa Bay. Oh, my goodness. They almost put that one in right away.
Set play by the Lightning.
Yeah, absolutely. Right up the middle there. It almost looked like
this coming into the zone. Onyx taking it out of context. Here's Toronto. Matthews going to play it down. 30 seconds to go in the power play.
Down to a half minute remaining in the Lawton penalty.
That was very close.
Here comes
until you break Mom's face.
Couple of goals in their last game against the
I'm happy to report in all my years of mini sticks, I don't think I've broken anything. Can't say anything for the other people that we've played with. In the slot, they score! Power play goal for Tampa Bay Lightning. Oliver Bjorkstrand is going to get credit. Kucherov, I believe, fed this in the middle. And a quick release is going to put this one in. 2-2, we're all locked up. Good job by Hedman at the point. A little reverse to Kucherov, the slot for Bjorkstrand. And he's going to absolutely bury that one. Oh my goodness. No chance. As Cirelli standing literally on the top of the crease in front of Stolarz. Stolarz saw the pass coming over, saw it just a little late, slid across, but couldn't get there in time. We are tied at 2s. Bjorkstrand, his 21st of the season. Of course, it's the longest name ever.
So a power play goal, and Kucherov with the assist to move into a tie for the scoring lead.
So Kucherov getting an assist, and so does Hedman, and we got a Leaf player down. Tavares gets hit. He's down, sliding behind the net. He's getting back up, and Tavares is in some discomfort. And now the Maple Leafs are going to get their first power play opportunity. Consecutive seasons with 80 assists. Nikita Kucherov has done it 3 times. Wayne Gretzky did it 13 times from 79-80 to 91-92. But Kucherov now 3 times. And Lilleberg is going to go to the box.
Looking guilty, and there it is. He got him.
Little high stick. Kucherov and Hedman.
Wasn't yet even really in a position to get the puck.
And we got blood. Tavares is bleeding. So is this going to be 4 minutes? Oh yeah, Tavares' nose is really bleeding real good here.
Not much done about the damage done.
So Tavares is going to get a little cleanup on aisle nose. Double minor, so Toronto, 4-minute power play opportunity here. Just little went to lift the stick, missed it, and just caught him right in the schnoz. So double minor for Lilleberg. 4 minutes goes on the board. Let's see what Toronto can do.
Don't think they've got it quite under control yet, so he's still off.
So John Cooper is not too happy with that. Tavares, the right side of his nose, still having an issue, so he's going to stick some gauze up there, try to get that stopped. So here we go. Let's see what these Maple Leafs can do. Matthews on the draw, going to lose it to Cirelli in Tampa Bay. Going to send this one right down. Cottaging, I will do anything he would like to do. It doesn't have to be a live stream. We could do it live, or we could pre-record it. I'm happy to work on his schedule, whatever he would like to do. Thank you so much for making the phone call for me.
tried to make a play.
Here comes Toronto with the puck. Going to start to set this one up. Move it forward. Down in the corner. Cross ice to Nyes in the slot. Oh my gosh, right in front again. Nyes coming close. Here's Nylander passing it over. Why didn't he shoot that? And it's going to go up and out of play. And Tampa Bay is arguing here. McDonough is arguing. Is this going to be a delay of game penalty? But Matthew Nyes, holy smokes, what a chance. Nyes got it, and he went short side and just got the stick. Vasilevsky just got the stick. That was huge. Off the draw, back to Marner. Marner's going to shoot. Deflection by Nyes. Vasilevsky saves it. Rebound. He scores. Matthew Nyes does it again. Nice, baby. What hands. What hands to tuck this one behind Vasilevsky after a huge save. What a great goal. Marner with the shot. Tavares deflected it. Nyes is going to tuck it home. Will Marner pick up another assist here? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see indeed. Marner should get an assist here. Great hands by Nyes. He puts it off the skate and in. Wow. Great move here. Cottaging, we'll be here almost every day during the playoffs. So one power play is going to expire. Toronto has another power play coming up here, the second of the 2 minutes. Nyes with his 28th of the year. That is huge. Huge. Robertson putting this one close. Wow. Never bad luck, Prep. Never bad luck. Here's another shot. This one getting knocked down. In the corner, trying to bring this one around. Yeah, Cottage, whatever, like I said, whatever he wants to do, I'm open. Aaron, it's not 5 minutes. When you cut somebody with high sticking, it's a double minor. So it's 2 minutes. Lori, how's it going? Welcome in. Leafs are hauling. There you go. There you go. 128. That's right. 128 left to go on the power play. So I'm just waiting to see what they officially give the assist to before I enter that Nyes goal, but it is his 28th. Off the draw, Tampa going to win this one around. Sorelli doing a nice job sending this one all the way down the ice. Stolar's going to set it up. Here comes Marner. Marner bringing it up. Tavares and Marner getting the assist. So there you go, Marner getting another one. 3 points away for Marner. Here's a one-timer, and Vasilevsky going to grab that one off the stick of Matthews. Mitch Marner with a 3-point night means he's 3 points away from the 100 marker. Marner is getting so close. John, welcome in. Never have to apologize about being late. Just happy to have you along for the ride. Off the draw, chipping this back to the line. Marner playing it across to Tavares, give and go. Another shot, it's knocked down. I think Matthews caught the post there. Matthews going to hold this one in. Turning around, here's Matthews. Trying to go down low to Nyes. Nyes in the corner. Nyes looking to keep going. Let us know in the interviews with Leo. Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure everybody's aware if we can pull it together. Adrian, how's it going? And we got a little pushing and shoving in the corner here. Chernik and Knives going at each other. Each giving him a couple of glove shots. The referees finally say, you, gone. So Knives and Chernik both are going to the box. 40 seconds to go here on the power play. Toronto has taken the lead again. Just absolutely, Matthew Nyes, what a warrior, what a beast. 2 goals again today for Nyes, looking for number 3. Will we get it, Travis? Will we see it happen?
Nyes wasn't the initiator.
So it's still 5-on-4. Looks like Matthew Nyes, as he's skating away, is going boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. Making fun of Chernik there.
emphasizing it stays 5
So
on
still a
4,
power play.
40
40
seconds
seconds
remaining.
left to go on the
Double
power
double
play.
minor.
Nyes is still giving it to Chernik.
Domi comes on now.
I wish I could read lips. Off the draw, back to the line. Marner to Nylander. Cross ice to Marner. He shoots. That one's going to go wide. Domi going in the corner. Trips up Hedman. Hedman takes down Tavares. And the arm goes up.
There's a penalty coming up, but Stolars will touch it to get
So,
the whistle.
That was pretty important.
excuse me, who's going to go? Because
that's a heads-up play.
Domi tripped up Hedman. Hedman tripped up Tavares.
Nobody from the Leafs had touched it. It's a delayed penalty.
And they're sending it to Domi. Oh my gosh. So Domi's going to go to the box.
Here's the trip there as Hedman
Domi
goes
trips
down.
up Hedman, and because he goes down, Hedman takes down Tavares.
Again, but there's the chip
And so that's
away.
going to do it.
And that
We're going to
was
get
a big
4-on-4
place for
hockey
Tavares.
for
Read it
26
and was able to
seconds.
get
And
there before Cirelli
Domi going to go to the box. Berube not looking too happy about that one.
Now 4 skaters aside for
4 skaters aside. Prep coming in, gifting 5 memberships. Prep, thank you so much.
and Nick Paul on
Some
this
stick
draw.
taps
He's
in the
blocked.
chat for Prep. Prep,
He's gonna get kicked
thank
out.
you ever so kindly. Some gifted memberships going around. Congratulations.
And Hagel, and then still
Nicole,
have the
B.
power play
Disney,
after
feeling
4-4-4.
froggy. Kubran,
Off the stick and out to
Russ,
center.
congratulations. And Prep, thank you so much.
Paul has become a Leaf killer. Of late.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
To get set to go.
4-on-4 seconds to go.
1 for 2.
Here comes Hedman. Hedman on the move.
Bjorkstrand tied it with the man advantage. He's back
Point
out.
on the way.
Gets
Point
the
coming
pass
up.
from Point. And now they do have the extra man.
B. Disney, I will set you up after the stream. All the members, I will set you up so you could play our little dice game with your points.
Victor
Chuck,
Hedman,
what's going on? Welcome in.
assist on that.
Tampa bringing it right back into the zone.
Bjorkstrand over the line
1:15 to go on the Tampa power play. Now the 4-on-4 is over. They're battling for it down in the corner.
again. Tanev watching here.
Trying to bring this one through.
Kucherov
Cooch playing it back. A little give and go.
works it back to Hedman.
Here's Tampa Bay putting this down low in the corner. Now they come across. Kucherov with a shot, and that one is blocked.
Across, and Tanev will clear.
Great read by Benoit there. Anticipated that
Back
pass.
and forth,
Hard
back and
pass
forth
across
they go.
seam, and he got to that side knowing that Kucherov was going to get the shot
Absolutely
away.
wild. You know what?
Great block.
Let me see. Let me
So we hit
see
5
here.
minutes of this third period. In comes Point.
If Prep can do it, let's keep adding to it. Let's keep the channel memberships flowing. We're going to throw out some gifted memberships as well.
To Point, who's usually in the bumper. Bjorkstrand there right now.
It's coming back around in the corner.
Come to Kucherov in front. And
This is going to be blocked. Welcome in
off his stick to the
channel
line.
members.
Point right.
Tampa Bay down low in the corner. Cross ice. Kucherov, he doesn't shoot. He takes it off his skate. Now this is going to be swiped out of the air. This coming all the way down.
Domi getting set to return.
There it is. Congratulations, Zelda,
They don't get a
H,
shot on
Toma,
goal on the
Heather,
power play. The Leafs back in full strength.
Zachary,
Radish across, and it's played by Chief.
Wayne Nyes. Down in the corner. Toronto going to play this around. Power plays are over. Back to 5-on-5. We got 14 minutes to go. 14 minutes to go here down in the corner. Here comes Tampa Bay. Busted in, curling around. This is going to be broken up by Yarncroc. Yarncroc going to cycle it.
Swings it around to the far side.
Here's there. Lawton's going to get this one out. Tampa going to back it up in the middle of the ice. Going to flip this one in. Again, sorry for the other platforms. Those memberships are on the YouTube side, so you can always come over and join us there. This all the way down. Hagel going to race back and get it. Going to the NHL. And, oh, cottaging. That's amazing. This is going to be played up. Tampa back over the line. Myers going to try and get up on his man. He does. This coming around. Cottaging, where is it this year? I forget. Here's Nylander with it. Nylander going to send this one over. Toronto Myers bringing it to the line. Going to roll this one down in the corner. Here comes Tampa. Tampa. Nice little move up. In over the line. Going to knock this one down. Toronto trying to clear. Tampa up on them real quick. Here's Hagel. Hagel spinning around. Hagel still with it. Under 13 to go. Stellars is down. Batted around. Tavares going to pitch this one forward. Lorenz going to move it ahead. Nick Robertson racing down for it. Robertson with it. Oh, Nylander, excuse me. He's going to play this in front, going just wide. I saw Lorenz there. I assumed it was Robertson, but it's Nylander. No, I'm pretty sure that's Robertson. I think they're wrong, and I'm right. Here's a shot. That one gets knocked down. That is definitely Robertson. Robertson with this in the corner. He's going to flip this back. Lorenz going to take the shot, and it's blocked. Back to Robertson. He shoots. That one gets knocked down. Robertson with a nice stick lift. He's going to take down his man. No penalty. Toronto coming to the front of the net. Matthews is there. Pass comes to him. He's going to cycle around. Holmberg cutting towards the front. Great job by Nicky Robertson. Back around Larson to Matthews. Playing this one around. It's in LA. Oh, there you go. I thought it was somewhere out west. I just couldn't remember. Here's Marner. Long shot. Matthews looking for the tip. That one doesn't exist. This down in the corner, continuing to battle for it. Tampa going to work this one back aside. Going to slow things down. A little flip pass up to the line. And it's going to come out. Here they come, bringing it in. Here's Matthews. Across. They almost tipped it in. Lawton came so close to knocking that one in. Another shot's going to go wide. Comes out in front of the net. Marner tried to feed it over to Matthews. Comes to Carlo at the point. Matthews to Carlo. Here's a long shot. Hits the post. Riley going to tip this one in. We are back to full strength. Pribix has been on for 2 minutes, 20 seconds. A long shift for Pribix. Setting this down in the corner. Riley going in here after it. Playing this one around. Here's Marner. Marner chipping this one free. Gonna hammer it in. Holy smokes. What a pace. The pacing is definitely picking up here. Stellar's out to play to Benoit. Benoit taking a look and move it ahead. Domi going to chip this one down. This is going to come to the line. Robertson going to cycle this one back around down there. This line getting a lot of playing time right now. McMahon digging away. McMahon in there. Comes to Robertson. Robertson in the corner. Going to send this back. Benoit. Cross ice. Bobby McMahon is going at it. The gloves are coming off. Bobby McMahon and Braden Point. They're scrambling at it. Oh, what are you doing? The linesman jumps in. The linesman jump in. Come on, let him go, ref. So Point and McMahon were sticking each other. They had the gloves up, the sticks up in the face. The gloves were kind of coming off, but they both couldn't drop them right away because they were so tangled up. McMahon dropped down to one knee, and then he stood up, and they were trying to go. And the referee jumps in and grabs McMahon so he couldn't throw, and then they separated. Oh, my goodness. If they're going to drop the gloves, let them go. So we're going to see what this is. They didn't fight. You jumped in, so you got to give them 2 each for roughing. You can't give them 5 for fighting, even though the gloves came off. So let's see what this is going to be. I mean, this was a huge battle. A huge battle. McMahon in the corner. I mean, this just started in the corner. Cross-checks back and forth. It comes out to the front. And then they finally tried to drop him. Tried to get it going. But they just could not do it. So they're going to go to commercial break. We're going to see how this one goes. John, so sorry to hear, buddy. You know, we're here for you. We are here for you. Holy smokes. Absolutely wild. If you're just coming in and joining us, welcome in. Welcome to the show. 3-2 Maple Leafs hanging on to the lead right now. Have a great night, all. Good luck, Leaf fans. Thank you, Endgame. You too, my friend. Surfing Owl, what's going on? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. If you are new and just coming in, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. YouTube's been doing something weird lately. And I had a few people reach out to me the other day, and they're like, Sam, I don't know what happened. I got unsubscribed for your channel. And YouTube's been rolling out a bunch of new features and a bunch of algorithm changes. And every time they do this, unfortunately, some of the negative impacts are you get unsubscribed or your notifications get turned off, some weird things. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure your notifications are still on. And that way you will be notified when we do go live, and you'll be able to see when we post new videos and whatnot. We were going to be live again this week. I'm just trying to figure out which game it's going to be. Looking like Ottawa and Montreal on Friday night. That is to be confirmed. That is what we're thinking about. But there's a lot of big games coming up, a lot of hockey still to be played, and we're here just to have a whole lot of fun. So if you like what we do, come in and hang out with us. For those that are watching along on the television, thank you for tuning in and putting it on. We appreciate you watching along there. And that's what that QR is for. Down in the bottom corner, you can zap that with your phone, and you can come in to our main channel, hit that subscribe, or even come in and chat with us. So watch on the TV, chat on your phone. It's the best way to do it. All right. So we're kind of waiting, kind of seeing what's here. So Braden Point, McMahon doesn't even have his gloves off, and Point is throwing headshots. So Tampa Bay is going to end up with a power play. So they've given Bobby McMahon and Point time for fighting, but Tampa Bay ends up on a power play. So I'm not sure what this power play is going to be for. We're going to wait and see till it's posted.
It's Kucherov steering it in front. Bjorkstrand tied up. And Matthews knocked into the corner. Far side and a recovery by Bjorkstrand. Picked off by Tanev, and he'll bounce.
I can't hear. They said 2 minutes for something, but I didn't hear what they called it for. Let's get a buffer goal. Triton, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, buddy. B. Disney, you're very, very welcome. Prep, that was all prep. Prep gifted some memberships, and you were in that batch. So congratulations. This coming in. Tampa putting this one across, trying to come through. So they're calling cross-checking. So Bobby McMahon gets 2 for cross-checking. So that's what it starts for. And in this case, you know, they each get 5 for fighting, but you give Bobby McMahon the cross-checking. Where's the 2 to Point for instigating? Right? The cross-check came. That was being called. And then you had Braden Point instigating for a fight. Where's the instigating? Just saying. Here we go. 1:01 left to go in Tampa's power play. Tampa's had a lot of power play. Toronto's only had the couple for the high stick on Tavares. This back around. Tampa still setting it up. Toronto is up by 1. Justin, I agree. Should have been. Refs conspiracy, right, Scott? Going back and forth, and Hedman misses the pass. This is going to come out. Right, where's the cross-check on Robertson? Exactly. Hagel going to set this one up. Tampa Bay walking in. It's knocked off down to Sorelli. Cross ice, high slot. Here's a shot. That one is blocked. Matthews got knocked down. He's slow to get up. Here's a long shot again. They score. Victor Hedman is going to get the goal. Austin Matthews took that shot off the foot again, and he went down. Austin Matthews is in some serious discomfort. So a BS call from the official puts Tampa Bay on the power play, and the Lightning tie this one up. So Matthews takes this right on the side of the foot. So who cares about the goal at this point? I'm more worried about the foot of Austin Matthews. Don't like to see that happen. So Hagel is literally standing on the top of that crease, right in front of Stolarz. Again, no chance. He didn't interfere with them. Great play by Hagel, great screen, but no chance that Stolarz was able to properly see this one coming through. So Hedman gets his 15th. It's another power play goal for Tampa Bay. This coming all the way down in the corner. That's why they went to break. This coming around, we're all tied up. 8 minutes to go. 8.5 minutes to go. This down around, fight to the finish. This in the corner. Here comes Tampa Bay again on the move. Perbix coming in, a little drop pass. Here's another shot. Stolarz off the blocker going in the corner. Moser at 86 miles an hour. This down, this going to come all the way out. Tampa Bay backing it up. 8 minutes to go. So Bjorkstrand picks up an assist. Hagel and Bjorkstrand going to pick up the assists.
ahead out to center. Domi unable to catch up to that.
So Toronto's got to get things back going here.
Looks like he could make a case for the Norris Trophy.
Bjorkstrand and Hagel.
He's been all around it tonight, hasn't he? He's been such a focal point of that.
Hagel the bagel, getting things done. 3-3 now. That's right, 3-3. So there you go. Whoever took the over, you're good. The over at 5.5, you're good, as they now have 6 goals on the board. Matthews back on. We'll see how that foot is doing. 7 minutes to go. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our wave going. Find those wave hand emojis. Drop it in. 3, 2, 1. Hey, let's get the waves going. Get those wave hands up in the air as they're going to go to commercial break. It's all tied at 3s. We're going to keep that mojo going. Goes to OT. Toronto will hold. That's right, Scott. That's right. We got a long way to get to that point. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. There it is. The wave hands starting to come in. The wave going around our virtual stadium here today. Holy smokes. This is huge. And as the waves are going around, welcome in everybody. If this is your first time with us, make sure you tap that thumbs up button, hit that like button. We would appreciate it. And of course, hit that subscribe. We want you to join us for all of our future live streams and broadcasts, not just the Toronto games, but all the hockey games, especially when we get in the playoffs. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be here calling the games, chatting with you, talking with you. We're not going to hide behind the scenes. We're going to be right out here in front having some fun. So thank you all for tuning in and joining. And there it is, our hands going around and around and around. Where's your Tampa Bay shirt and hat? No such thing. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. But I love it. I love when the hands go up. The hands go up. It's awesome. Go Leafs, go. We need this, boys. We need this. We need this to ride it out. We need to ride this one out. This is going to be big. Tampa Bay came on in that second period. Toronto has kind of taken things back. 7 shots here for Toronto, only 4 for Tampa Bay. Second period, Toronto had 9 shots. Tampa Bay had 12. So Toronto needs to be in control. Face-offs, doing a great job. That's what we expected them to do. 57.8% in the face-off circle. Power plays, each team is 50%. Toronto goes 1 for 2. Tampa Bay goes 2 for 4. Tampa is ahead with the hits, 20 hits to Toronto's 18. The Maple Leafs are now up to 31 block shots, so that is a huge number. Huge number. And that's right, we are on Hattie Watch. Will Matty Nyes complete the trick? Will we see it happen tonight? Hedman's 7-game point streak versus Toronto. 13 points in those 7 games. That's a pretty darn good stat. So off the draw, down in the Leaf zone. Leafs going to come away with this. We are under 7 minutes to play. This is going to be tipped up and out of play, so we'll get a whistle. And a face-off again just outside the Toronto zone. This is going to be a doozy, an absolute doozy. This Tampa Bay team has so many threats that can hurt you. Whether it's Hedman, whether it's Kucherov, whether it's Point, Cirelli, Hagel, so many guys, Bjorkstrand, so many guys that can put the puck in the net. Here comes Nylander. Nylander going to turn. He's going to carry this one up. Nylander going all the way. He's continuing to drive. He's going to stop. Loses the puck. It comes to Tavares. To Nylander in front. There's a quick shot trying to jam that one in with Yarncroft. He's getting beat up pretty good in front of the net. Nylander still driving. Nylander cutting towards, driving hard, and that's going to be tipped aside. Tampa going to flip this one up and all the way down the ice. Leafs back to pick it up. Ekman-Larsson behind the net. Nylander gets whacked, attacked, and held. No calls. Refs letting it all go right now, unless it's Toronto. Riley going to bank this one off the boards into the zone. Lorenz going to tip this one down deep. Holmberg on one side. Lawton on the other. Lawton trying to step up. He can't get it. Tampa's going to bring this one out. They kind of got stopped, but they followed up and bring this one in. Down around behind Stolarz. Up on the boards to Lorenz. Lorenz going to carry this one across. Flipping it up. Holmberg going in here after it. Holmberg, big battle with Lilleberg, but Tampa Bay going to work it up the near boards. Now they're going to bring this one all the way out. Cross-ice pass. Toronto Carlo going to play it right back out in the center ice area. Lawton, a little backhand. Flipping it in. Comes to Lorenz. Lorenz takes a cross-check in the chest and goes down. Looks at the official. No call. this around. Matthews back on, a little stick lift. Nyes gets the puck. Nyes going to play this one back. Carlo over to Benoit. Benoit to Marner. Marner to Matthews. Matthews throwing it across to Nyes, but too far for him. Tampa going to bring this right back in. Just about 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in this third period. We're all tied up at threes. Here comes Hagel, going to steal. Hagel, center it in front, looking for a jam play. It's not there. Marner trying to chip this one free, and it's going to go up and out of play. Holy smokes. Unbelievable. The pressure. And they're going to go to another commercial break. Tavares to Nylander, and he leaves it for Yarncroc, and that one flutters just past the top corner. Unbelievable. I haven't drinking enough. Have to stay hydrated, kids. Very dangerous play. They are going. Our wave is still going around. Hey, love it. Love it. It's bringing the mojo. Leafs playing much better. Much, much better. Where are we up to? Shots still working through 26-24. Leafs got to keep it playing. Got to keep pressing. Right? You can't take your foot off the gas. Let's pull this up here real quickly. Oh, they took a block away from Morgan Riley. He's down to 7 block shots. He had 8 blocks for 2 periods. And in the third period, they decide, oh, we made a mistake. Hey, look at that. The Toronto Raptors are winning 113-81. That's pretty sweet. But 7 blocks for Riley, 4 for Benoit, 4 for Tanev, 4 for Carlo, 2 for Ekman-Larsson. That is huge. Forward, Scott Lawton, 5 blocks. Matthews with 2 blocks. In terms of shots, 4 shots for Nyes, 3 for Marner, 2 for Matthews, which is low. Matthews is usually at like 5, 6, 7 shots a game. McMahon with 2, Nylander with 2, Robertson with 2, Tavares with 2. From a defensive standpoint, Tanev with 2, Riley with 2, Mayers with 2. So good job there. But boy, oh boy, Mitch Marner, a 3-point night, puts him 3 points away from 100 points, which is first time in his career. He's been at 99. He's not hit 100. Matty Nyes has had a 2-point night tonight with a couple of goals, and he's playing good. He's got 4 shots and a hit. Marner also with a hit tonight. Matthews with a couple of assists. So the points are climbing up. Guys are heating up, and it's the right time. The chemistry is there. All right, back from commercial break.
This very important game.
4:58 to go, so we're under 5 minutes. All tied at threes. All tied at threes. Aaron, I hope so. That would be nice. Toronto off the boards. It takes a funny hop, doesn't come out. Tampa Bay picks it up. They're going to turn it over, though. Here's Nylander. Nylander with Domi and Tavares. This is going to be flipped down in the corner. Nylander going in after it. Going to be ripped around the glass. Domi can't keep it in, but Ekman-Larsson can. To Domi, his shot hits Nylander in the skate. Nylander back to Domi. Domi went back to Nylander, but he had pulled away. Hedman comes up with the puck. He's going to send this one down. Toronto, Tavares batting it out of the air, and he's going to send it right back in. Holy smokes. Good night, TM fan. Take it easy. Thanks for watching along with us.
Now
Hedman going to send this one back. Marner coming in on the forecheck. Marner, what a job putting his man in the boards. Marner on Moser, great play. Speed into the corner on the forecheck, putting his guy in the boards, almost stealing it away. Tampa Bay back. This is going to be stolen. Here comes Marner again. Marner over the line, going to flip it in the corner. Nyes going in against Chernik again. Nyes going to take it away. Great job by Matty Nyes. Sending it to Riley at the line. Riley had trouble, had it stolen by Hagel. Tampa Bay on the far side. They're going to bring it into the Leaf zone. Long cross ice pass to Hagel. Hagel with the backhand. Oh, and Stolarz with the save. Able to hang on to it. Great play there by Stolarz. It's exactly what we needed to see. Holy smokes, that was getting intense. Really intense.
Just a nice move to the outside by Gonsalva, as you could see, at his head up.
Brendan Hagel, super dangerous, super dangerous.
Good collision on the post there.
And he knows it. We saw a lot of Brendan Hagel at the Four Nations Cup, Four Nations face-off, and he put on a good show. 50 assists this season for Hagel, second on Tampa Bay. Tavares going to win this one back. Ekman-Larsson going to pitch this over to Tanev. Tanev, long pass. Going to get this to the line and chip it in. Here comes Lawton. Lawton driving in against Radish. Radish going to play it around. Toronto holds it in at the line over to Ekman Larson, sending it towards the net. That one's blocked. Here's Tampa cross ice, trying to come through. Tanev with a nice stick. Going to take that away. He's going to back it up in his own zone. Spinning around, playing this one up. Here's Lorentz. Lorentz, he gets bumped. Knocked off the puck. Now he's going to step onto the bench, and the Lightning going to bring it up. Here's Point. Braden Point across. Down in the corner. This taken away. Oh, Prep, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. They were awesome. They had a great time. Love them seeing that win the championships. But thank you so much, Prep, for the super chat. This down around in the corner. Robertson. He can't hold it. Over to Carlo. Carlo, bad pass. Benoit, side of the net. Ooh, almost put that in his own net. Putting it around the boards, far side. Trying to chip this one out. Tampa, good pressure. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. This coming to the line, it's out. Nylander, Robertson racing for it. Robertson steals it. Robertson just has it taken away. Didn't have enough oomph left at the end of the shift there. Here comes Tampa Bay back the other way. Into the zone. Nick Paul with it. Paul going to center it across. Here's a shot. Big save by the right pad of Stolarz. Matthews going to cycle around his own net. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We are tied at threes. 3 threes. Shots are 26-26. In comes Marner. Marner with 3 points tonight. Going to slide it in the corner. Matthews. He gets it to Nyes with a shot. That one is stopped and directed to the corner. Nyes still up on it. Sent back to the line. Ekman Larson. Cross ice pass. Here's a shot. Thrown in, tipped into the corner. Nyes up on his man. Can't keep it in. Tampa going to work it out. 1:35 to go. Stolarz is looking. He's going to reverse it behind. This coming all the way out. Marner racing for it just out of his reach. And Tampa Bay going to play it all the way back down in the corner. It is due. That's right. It is due for sure. Here comes Tampa Bay. 1:20 to go. Big points on the line here. Carlo with it. Carlo going to tip this to the line. Here's Willie. Willie kind of being tied up there. Tried to pass it ahead. Hagel stripped the pass. Now it comes free to Tavares. Tavares. He's going to turn. Nice pass. 2-on-1. Nylander coming in. Deaking tries to go 5-hole. Vasilevsky with a brilliant save. Nylander had Yarncrook but couldn't get him the pass. Made a nifty little dangle. Last minute of play. Last minute of play. Toronto going to play it off the boards. He fanned on it. Not a good pass. Benoit fanned on it. Tampa driving in. Going around behind. Stolarz is down in the splits. Tampa going to play this back around to Kucherov. Kuch has it in his feet. He's going to pick it up, sending it around behind the net. Trying to spin away here was Yanni Gord. Getting it back with that shot back around behind the net. Tavares up on Kucherov. Going to play this up to Nyes. Here comes Nyes, 22 seconds to go. He's going to dump it in and give chase. Vasilevsky out to play it. He's going to work this one up. 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds. Down low, Toronto in the corner. 10 seconds to go. This coming to the line. Tampa's going to keep this one in. 5 seconds to go. Big tie up there. And Ekman Larson is thrown to the ice. No penalty called. And we're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes, the battle's going on. Back and forth, back and forth. And we are going to overtime. Holy smokes. Big back and forth action, lots going on. And now it comes down to sudden death. 1 point on the line. What an absolute banger. Back and forth action. This was wild.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Here we go. Who's going to be the 3? Yeah, threw him right down. Kansas City, what's going on? Welcome in from Tasmania. Welcome to the party. Welcome to overtime. Everyone's having a little refreshments. While we're waiting, Marner with a goal. Matthew Nyes with a goal. Pribix with a goal. Bjorkstrand with a goal. Nyes with his second. And Hedman with a goal. Those are your goal scorers here tonight. Well, Matty Nyes win the game with a Hattie goal? Will Matthews put it in? Will Marner pick up his 4th point of the night? What is this story going to be like when it's all said and done? Henry, what's going on? Let's go Bolts. Going for the Bolts. CNL, what's up? Welcome in. Keep 6. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the party. Keep hitting those likes as you're coming in. Make sure you hit that subscribe as well. We want you to come back. Willie with a nice move there. Just couldn't tuck it home. Kucherov with some chances. End to end, both teams with great chances. 28 shots for Toronto, 26 for Tampa Bay. Let's go. This is a big one. Big bounce back game after the not great game against the Florida Panthers. This will be huge. Yeah, Henry, they looked strong in the first period. They really did. It's been back and forth. 5 minutes to settle it before we go to shoots. Shoots? Before we go to shoots? Before we go to shots is what I meant to say. Let's go. Looks like we're getting Cirelli and Hagel. They're out on the ice. Who's the third with them? Tavares, Matthews, and Riley going to start it. And it looks like McDonough going to be the defense for Tampa Bay. Riley going to get the puck off the draw. Toronto gets first puck. Riley going to bring this one down. He's going to bank it off the boards and send it all the way down. Stolarz playing it up to Nylander. Nylander, he's going to bring this one in. Nylander flipping it back to Riley. Riley up top. Over to Nylander. Nylander, nice little drag move. Going to dump it here for Tavares. Tavares being watched closely. Over to Riley. Riley has it knocked off his stick. Riley has it taken away. Breakaway. Tampa Bay shooting. Great save. Stolarz off Braden Point. Terrible play by Morgan Riley. And Braden Point just could not beat Stolarz. Here's Kucherov shooting. He goes high off the glass. We're in trouble right now. Hedman trying to keep this one in. Nylander in the corner. Riley, get off the ice. That was a horrible giveaway. Social media is going to be all over Morgan Riley for that. Again, a cough up in a dangerous time. Oh my goodness. Nylander going to start to set it up. Breakaway pass, Toronto shooting. Great save there by Vasilevsky on the other side. Matthews fighting back. Going to send this over to Nylander. He misses it. Hagel in the corner. Trying to come back. Here's Tampa shooting. And Stolarz with a great save. A huge pass by Nylander all the way down the ice. Take it easy, Cottaging. A great pass all the way down the ice. Toronto had a chance. But Morgan Riley just had this knocked off his stick by Point and then tried to hold him up. And Point just threw him off. And a great save. Kucherov's shot went high. And then down at the other side, a long pass. And who was that? Ekman Larson. He's not the breakaway hands man, but a great save by Vasilevsky. Tampa going to win the draw. This coming all the way down the ice. 3:33 to go here in overtime. And what an overtime it is. Behind the net. Here comes Cirelli. Tampa Bay on the move. A little poke check there by Marner. Knocked it off Cirelli's stick, but he's going to back up and grab it. Here they come. Matthews, Marner back on. Right up the middle, and Marner going to steal that one away. Turned over. Shot's going to go high. Come on, guys. Help each other out here. Marner in the corner. Trying to get some help. Tanev in there as well. Marner going to get it to Matthews. Matthews on the move. Little flip pass over. Too far for Marner. He's going to back this one up. All the way down. Stolarz is going to come out and set it up here for Tanev. Holy smokes. Tanev going to leave the puck sitting behind the net. He's going to head off to the bench. Here we go. Domi. Domi with speed. Nice move. Domi and Nyes on here. Domi coming up. Nyes going towards the net. Domi stopping. He's going to drop it here for Riley. Riley has it in his feet. He's going to play this back to Domi. Domi circling. Domi toe drag. Domi tripped up. He can't come through. Holy smokes. This coming back the other way, 2-on-1. Nyes hustling to get back. Kucherov shoots and he shoots wide. Back the other way. Here comes Toronto. Nyes. It's the end of a shift. 2-on-1 Toronto. Nyes coming in. He goes between the legs. What a pass. And Riley with a shot. Toronto, Nyes scores for the hat trick. Matthew Nyes wins it with the hat trick goal. Oh, baby. What a goal, Matthew Nyes for the hat trick. What a play. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? What a finish. What a finish. Holy cow. What a goal. What a player. That last rush, I mean, my goodness. Kucherov had it, and he shot it wide. Domi and Kucherov and Riley. Nyes went between the legs with a pass to Riley. Riley then fed it to Matthews, who put it over to Nyes to put this one home. Happy hat-trick day, Matthew Nyes. That was exciting as exciting could be. Wow. Great job, Matthew Nyes. Are you kidding me? All right, here it is real quickly. Your stats. Mitch Marner, his 25th from Matthews. Nyes, his 27th from Matthews and Marner. Perbex, his 6th from Sorelli and Hagel. Bjorkstrand is 21st for Kucherov and Hedman. Nyes is 28th from Tavares and Marner. Hedman is 15th from Bjorkstrand and Hagel. And then Matthew Nyes with his 29th goal of the year from Matthews and Riley. That was absolutely wild. There's only one thing left to do here tonight.
And now, the 3 stars of the game.
The 3 stars for tonight's game, in my opinion. Let's take a little look. We're going to break this one down. You know what? We got to do it. We're going to give them all 3. This top line was stellar. We're going to give Austin Matthews star number 3 tonight. Austin Matthews, 3 assists, +3, 22 minutes of ice time, 31 shifts, 2 shots, 2 blocks, and about 46% in the faceoff circle. Mitch Marner, he gets star number 2 tonight. A goal, 2 assists for 3 points. He's a +2, 3 shots, a block, and a hit. And star number 1, no doubt about it, Matthew Nyes. 3 goals for the Nyes' hat trick you ever will see. He's going to put that in. 3 goals. He's a +3, 2 penalty minutes. He played 1740. 1 power play goal, 6 shots for Nyes with a hit. I mean, he mucked it up. He was absolutely awesome. This game was stellar. So that's it. The Maple Leafs sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning this season. They win all 4 games, which is huge. Toronto stays in that top spot in the Atlantic Division, and they will crack 100 points. So absolutely phenomenal. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you have that subscribe checked. We'll be back real soon with more hockey. Boy, oh boy. Thank you to all of our moderators for everything you do. Oh, the fun was out in full effect tonight. Thank you to Prep for the donations, the gifted memberships tonight. Thank you to our gifters. Thank you to all of our channel members. We appreciate you all so very much. You can help support the channel by telling your friends, sharing our channel out, telling them to come and join us. To everyone who found us for the first time tonight, hit that subscribe and watched. I hope you enjoyed our show. We'll see you again real soon. Good night, everyone. Take care. I got to go get a drink and get something to eat. Wow, that was awesome. More fun to come. And we'll see you real soon.